Purdue was a number 1 seed as
Kirk Cousins look like J.C. Penney.
Looks like it's back, Jack. It's bracket time, so make a chart. Does Jeff Van Gundy look just like the Queen of Hearts? Does Adam Silver look like a torpedo bat? Let's get March Sadness back on track. Looks like it's back, Jack. When the donuts are in front of you, does Andy Reid say, don't mind if I do? Adam Silver looks like a Q-tip thing, or frying a bag of onion rings. When Timmy laughs until he hacks, that's how you know that looks like his back, Jack. Let me hear you say, looks like his back, Jack. Let's keep on doing it every year. So Adnan Burke says, Mr. Bond, welcome to Tangier. Jeff Fisher looks like shotgunning beers at a NASCAR track. If you say this game's the best, I'll say it's a gag. Looks like his back, Jack.
Northwestern is gone from the tournament.
Jim Harbaugh looks like a casket salesman.
Fairleigh Dickinson, 16 seed, repped by
Mike McDaniel looked like a college student on a full-ride scholarship for esports.
What a run.
Looks like his back, Jack.
I'm back, baby.
Zaslow is back, Jack.
I'm back, baby. So I cut my vacation a day early.
Hey, you love doing that, by the way.
No, I don't.
You love doing that.
You did it? It's like the second time you've done it since you've been with our
Yeah,
show.
like North Carolina, you went to North Carolina or something.
Oh,
and the
well,
Panthers
that
were like,
was...
oh, Panthers need me, and then you came back.
Okay,
really.
very...
You hate your family?
Okay, very fair observation. And obviously, in North Carolina, my team needed me. The Panthers needed me. And I said, everybody, we're going home. And we got in the car. We packed up the car. We came home like 2 days early there because I had to get back home in time for game 2.
But other than that, you never do it.
Other than that, and this time, I never do it.
How many times have you done it absent those 2 times?
Well, I don't know if my memory is going to serve me well enough because Tony said you do that all the time, and I was very defiant, and now I never do it. So
The last 2 times, though, you have done it.
Right. So
and then you sent your kid and your wife on a cruise that you didn't go on.
Well, this trip, we left my older son home. We didn't even bring him.
All right, I'm going to say it. Zaslow's weird vacation family.
Do you think your family is okay with you doing that?
We left my older one home. Did not even bring him to this one. We didn't get to ski. I was in Vail, and we had never been to Vail. We're a skiing family, the Zaslows, and we usually ski.
Yeah, we had a lot of questions about that.
What?
We took a straw poll the other day on the show, and most of us do not believe that you yourself are a skier. Maybe your family, but not you.
Well, you think I don't ski?
I don't think Zaz is that weird for this. He is weird generally, but not for this. I'm not in ski culture. I don't even know how to, but a lot of people that have been going on ski trips have been really disappointed with the lack of snow. The conditions are not great for it.
I was told Vail had their worst winter ever.
Yeah, my partner in Kane's Insight also cut his ski vacation short because
was it
of
late
conditions.
March?
Look, the timing wasn't great, and also
Right.
it was first spring practice with full pads on, so they didn't want to get down here.
We normally go to Park City, and we normally go in like December. Okay, we knew it was a gamble. We knew it was a gamble going at the end of March and try and fail. So we didn't get to ski.
So what is there to do in Vail if you're not skiing?
We did like other outdoor stuff, you know,
What'd
like
they have?
we rented ATVs where you know we took the ATVs up the mountains.
That's
like,
sick.
That's
though.
cool.
That was cool, you know.
cool, yeah.
So we did ATVs, did some of that fly fishing. You know about fly fishing?
I don't know about
Looks
that.
You
really
put the
difficult.
fly.
Looks difficult.
It's like a mosquito on the hook, and you cast it.
No
and
shot you caught anything.
I did.
Yeah.
I did catch
You put on
something.
We
Caught
need
a
pictures.
trout.
We need pictures on it.
Okay, I'll send a picture of the video
So you
team.
put on like the overalls, right? And you went into the
yeah,
water?
got the deal on. Yeah, okay. I'm
Can I
gonna
get
send
a
the
picture of you wearing the deal?
Yeah. You're gonna see. I'm wearing the deal. All right.
You had to rent the deal, right?
No. We had family who lives close by, and they had the deal, and they brought the deal over
You're
for me
a
to put
fly
on.
fishing family too.
You guys ever see like those mall places that do family photos, and if you bring your toddler in And you could dress him up as a fly fisher. That's what I imagine him. Just shirtless, wearing the
I
deal.
will say, like, a lot's been made of what Zaz looks like because of our tournament.
Yeah.
He does look like someone who would enjoy fly fishing.
I did enjoy fly fishing. You know why? It's easy, man. I'm just standing there.
Isn't all fishing easy?
Is it? Wait, this one.
I thought of all the fishing, fly fishing was like you had to like.
Casting seems so involved. I've never been fly fishing, but
Heard
like
it's
I've
hard.
seen people do it, and like the casting
You gotta
process is
lasso
really
this?
like kinda,
The only part of the fly fishing that is like hard is you're standing on, like you're balancing on the really wet, slippery rocks. You know, I don't want to fall in. That's happened to me before with fly fishing, where I fell in and then I was freezing. I was very, very cold.
How's your casting form?
It's fine, man.
Do
Like
you have a video of it?
picturing
I'm practically
Goofy
a
from a Goofy
fisherman.
movie. He's
All
like,
right.
"Ruined the perfect cast."
I just uploaded the picture, okay? And you can see I'm wearing the deal. All right?
File.
Yeah. All right. Anyway.
So you're wearing the deal, but the thing is, the fly fishing rod is not like a regular fishing rod, right?
It's
Like
very
got like
similar.
It's got like a thing where you like pull it from one side and then cast it and then pull it from the other side.
It's very similar. It's not as complicated as you're making it out to be, all right? But I take offense that you don't believe that I can ski. Why can't I ski?
The belief is that you don't have the physics of a skier, right? Got a big ass head, right? Soda drinker's body.
Yeah.
Like all up on the slope. Like I don't even think you could stand up straight. Wait. Oh, here's a picture. No, that's not. That's just you holding a fish.
What do you mean? I caught the fish.
I wanted it like with the hook still in it.
Okay, well, you don't want to have the fish in pain, so you take the hook out, all right?
Fish
and
don't feel pain, by the way.
You hold up. Well, you've asked one?
No. Scientists have.
Chris did that one time.
And you see I'm wearing the deal. Now, I took the suspenders down because, I wasn't really feeling the suspenders. But I'm wearing the deal there. That's me, man. I'm like a fisherman.
How do you look like an undercover cop while fishing?
Whatever, man. Whatever.
It's like we got him.
Like he's offering something to me. Like, I don't want that.
So this has never happened to me before, and I don't believe in jinxes. All right? Oh, you say the things in something, like with my taxes and stuff like that, and with the jury duty, like whatever. Come at me, bro. Like nothing's gonna happen. Okay, I don't believe in jinxes like that. I have never ever lost my luggage traveling. It has happened on my way to Vail and now on my way back.
Lost or
Both.
delayed?
Delayed. Well,
Gotcha.
right now it's lost because I don't have it. Right. So they're calling it delayed, but my luggage was delayed on the way to Vail. Didn't have had to leave the airport without any of our luggage. And right now, I got back yesterday, still don't have my luggage. Happened both ways.
Yeah, there's a feeling of simultaneous, like, oh my God, what could have happened? What could have gone wrong? And also a freedom. I walk out of this airport a free man.
That part I kind of like. Instead
Right?
of waiting at the bags, and I get the email, my wife's like, all right, let's go home. It's like, yeah, all right, let's go home. And, so they're going to drive the bags to my home when they find them.
When they find them.
When they find them.
What are you going to do without your Hitman Heart shirt?
I didn't bring it with me. That's a good question. I did not.
Gonna go to the closet and pick out another one.
Yeah, that's right. I didn't bring any wrestling shirts there with me because I don't have them in long sleeves. My wrestling shirts needed long sleeves, even though it wasn't snowing.
Every shirt I saw from you had short sleeves on.
Okay, you're making observations here, and I don't have good comebacks in the last few minutes. All right, why don't you take it down a notch on
I
the
saw one that
observations?
you put on your Instagram at Zaslow Show,
All
or
right.
whatever it is that you are, and I was like, dude, he looks like he's in Hawaii. It's like sunny, and he's out there with no shirt,
Sunglasses.
on. Yeah.
Well, let me tell you something, all right? So I was away. I was away for the past week, and I don't know if you guys are aware, but a lot of things happen. I have a top 5 things that you all, while I was away, may have missed. You ready? Top 5 you may have missed. Y'all ready for this?
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Do we have the fanfare ready?
Yep.
Born ready.
Number 5. Did you guys see UConn beat Duke at the buzzer? Did you see that? Did you see the finish of that game? Did you know what happened?
Yeah.
The slow report.
Ooh, I'm glad you brought it back because there was something
Jack?
that I discovered after we had that segment. Duke actually put out a video on their social of a former Duke basketball player in the pros now. It was like a late game situation. I think it was a Suns
Oh,
game.
yeah,
actually.
it was
a Bulls
They
game.
would talk about Jones.
Yeah, Tyus Jones.
Tyus Jones. I think it was Tyus Jones.
Yeah, I think so too. And it was the exact same
Not Tyus
situation.
Jones. It was Trey Jones, his brother.
All
Because
right.
he plays Super
It was
Bowl.
the exact same situation, and Jones throws the ball up.
Oh, yeah.
And Shire's like, this is what you do. This is smart Duke basketball in this scenario. So maybe I was wrong in saying, like, I can't imagine that happening to a Coach K team. Maybe this is on Shire and not so much the panic players.
Well, that video is old. It's from like a couple of months ago.
Right.
So again, I stressed on the day you weren't here when we talked about this. At the end of the day, Caden Boozer, who's the one who threw the turnover, is like, he's 18 years old. He's never seen anything like this in his life. And so I'm like, you guys have to remember, like, you can't judge it with like, oh, you should have done this. And it's like, they're kids at the end of the day. You got to, like, something like that. If he had said it in the huddle, then that's one thing. But it's like a video from a couple months ago. That kid's not going to remember that.
I'm sure Caden Boozer, I mean, he's an elite prospect. He's played a lot of big-time travel basketball. He played at Columbus, even though those were largely
it ain't
blowouts.
that.
It ain't this, man.
It ain't that, is what you're saying. Because, like, I think in a vacuum, if you ask Boozer what you do in this scenario, he'd probably know, but that's when the moment is big.
Yep.
It's one of the fun things about the tournament where, you know, they're college kids. They're kids at the end of these games. It's like when the kid goes to the free throw line late in the game and they show he's 81%. Like, so?
Yeah.
So?
Yeah, exactly.
So what? It's late in the game. All these kids can miss free throws.
All of that, like, clutchness that we see in the pros of guys stepping up to the line, 81% makes both. It's like,
right.
They made it because they've been through these experiences before and had failures and learned and grown from it. And so this was real time. You're watching him experience this for the first time. Yeah, you're going to make a mistake, man.
So you guys saw that?
What a game, Zaz.
All right.
What a game.
Just making sure, because I was like, man, I wonder if they know what happened here. So UConn, they beat Duke. All right. Number 4, you may have missed. The Marlins are 5-1.
What?
Yeah.
You know that?
In the time that you've been away, I like baseball now.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Mike's back, Jack.
Yeah.
Mike went to a game recreationally.
Yeah, I've been watching baseball all season long. They
all season?
They fixed the sport, dude.
Wait a second. I went to a game recreationally. I went to a Marlins game this week.
And how quick did that go?
It was amazing. It was fast. Tony, you went to a
Too fast.
Yeah.
Do you not agree with me? You have one beer, all of a sudden it's the 4th inning. You're like, what happened? I have 2 beers in the game? That's it?
I'll be honest with you. I had a little bit more than 2.
So you can't do the 9-9 trick anymore.
You can't
is
do
what
the
you're
9-9
saying.
trick.
No, like
The inning goes by in 2 seconds.
Yeah, you can, but it's at your hazard.
Okay.
At your hazard.
Better catch a ride home.
Yeah, I genuinely had 2 beers at the game before, like, 9th inning. That's it.
Man, that new in-game host is really attracting people to the game, huh?
So 5-1. You guys saw that? The Marlins, they're
Yeah, I saw
5-1.
that.
Yeah. Fish.
You know who they got now, though?
Yankees.
Today at 1:35.
Because it's Yankees home
baseball.
opener. It's a little,
is it?
little day Friday baseball.
Ayudi Perez on the mound. Come
We
on.
kind of find out this weekend, like, if the Marlins are a little bit for real,
You don't
right?
feel good about Chris Paddock versus Max Fried?
I just, it's Rockies.
Get
and
one of
White-
the first 2.
Rockies and White Sox. I don't really know what to think about this Marlins team yet. That's all I'm saying. All right. So you guys.
Hey, whoa. The Rockies took 2 of 3 from the Toronto Blue Jays, who were just in the World Series.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyway.
Just need to make sure that's clear.
He missed that while he was out.
Number 3, you may have missed. Did you guys see? Tiger got in another accident.
I did see that.
Tiger Woods got. I don't know who that is impression of. But
Wow.
I would lose that.
I saw that.
I know this is not really a laughing matter, but the ET memes.
Dog.
Dude,
I
it was
didn't
bad.
know what I was looking at first.
There was someone on social media that said, I actually thought that this was a photo of what's going on Artemis. And I'm like, I could see how someone puts that together.
Tiger got in another car accident. I mean, buddy, like, I don't know.
You got to hold your breath, man.
Now, Zaz, one of the things we talked about, Zaz, was that he insisted he doesn't need a driver because privacy concerns.
Well, what's happening in the car? Privacy concerns. You put up the window. You know.
Maybe it's not always happening in the car, but what about
Didn't
destination?
Beyonce partition? Isn't that what that song is? Do it, Tiger.
What about destination? Maybe he's worried about the destination.
Oh, is he? Where's he going to Jupiter? I mean,
Shoney's.
Partition.
He's going to Shoney's
It's
again.
great. One of my initial takes was, I'm stunned that he didn't try to call the president when all this happened. And we've come to find out, it was the first move.
Now, to be fair, in the video, we might play it at some point. He just says the president. Could it be the homeowners association?
Yeah.
Could be of like
Maybe
his
call
car,
Pat Riley.
Maybe a car dealership. He doesn't say Donald Trump. Yeah, he just got in an accident.
Car dealership president?
I'm Tiger Woods. Who do you think I'm calling?
I mean, if I was on the phone with Pat Riley, I gotta go on the phone with President.
I'm calling those guys from Pembroke Pines. What are they? The Kia Pembroke Pines.
So here is. I haven't even. I know it happened, but I haven't even seen the video yet. So here is. I guess this is body cam footage, right? That TMZ got a hold of. Here's your boy Tiger Woods.
Say again?
Just keep you down here with us, please.
Yeah, I was just talking to the president.
That is such a douche move.
Yeah, that's
What
not
a douche.
That's not the HOA guys.
He does that in such a cocky way, like the hand
the
flip.
hand
Like,
up.
that was just no big deal.
To be fair to Tiger, like you got to pull all the strings you can at this point.
course.
Right? Like
All
you
right,
got
but-
nothing left. You're like, I got to do something.
And he was trying to be slick because that video's a little longer. He was like 100 yards away, and the cop's like, "You got to stay down here with us."
Do we know when this happened? Because that day, the Tiger news was that Donald Trump was the first to report that he would not be participating in the
I
Masters.
think that was
Tiger.
before.
Was it just a coincidence, or did he like get off the phone with Tiger and he's like, "I got a scoop"?
Because Trump said it on some I think he said it on Fox and Friends. It was like a morning show.
You
he said
got
it.
you. Hold on. You got it. Tiger's calling Trump. Donald. I just got in an accident. It's like,
I have a scoop. I'm
Wait,
turning
hold
into
on.
Adam
No,
Schefter.
no. It's like, does this mean you won't be in the Masters? I mean, I guess. Like the cops are here. Like, okay, say less.
Can you help me? Like, what will you be at Augusta?
So he definitely has the president's like cell, right?
Of course he
Okay.
does.
Oh no, that's not the question I'm asking. But what? So now that we've confirmed that, when he decides to call the president, like, does Donald Trump? He has his phone like in his pocket and it vibrates. He just picks it up. Like that's how it works.
There was an article written about this. Donald Trump answers a lot of cold calls.
That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah,
No, he
no,
doesn't.
he's
No, he
notorious. I'll
doesn't.
find the article
No, he
for
doesn't.
it, but
Come on.
Hello.
it is absolutely a thing, even with numbers that he doesn't recognize.
Come on,
Yeah, and his numbers are
guys.
out there.
We have to do this.
Scam likely, fine.
We have to do this.
But he definitely recognizes it because he has the ringer on, and then Eye of the Tiger plays, and he's like, "Oh, all right."
No, it's YMCA.
You got him ignoring scam likelies? I don't.
All right, so you guys know Tiger got another accent. You didn't miss that, right? You know?
Hold on. Scam likely. I think it's unlikely. Unlikely. I can never get scammed.
No one's ever seen anything like this.
Top 5 you may have
All right,
missed.
what else we missed?
While I was away, number 2, Jaden Ivey. Sheesh.
Oh boy.
You know, and you running
Yikes.
down this list, you're lucky you were gone for the last couple of days with those two
Woof.
stories.
Jaden Ivey,
We ran that one into the ground.
get it together. Come on. What are we doing here? Number 5. You guys saw that though with Jaden Ivey? You missed that?
We saw it. We saw
We
it.
saw it. We got nothing else on it. Oh, wait. I mean, do you have anything else on it?
No, I think we plowed that ground.
Roy, you know what happened with Jaden Ivey?
Yes,
All
I
right.
do.
Number 5.
Number 5.
Number 5.
Things you may have missed.
The 5th one.
Number 1.
There you go.
The 5th number I'm doing is number 1. Artemis II. It's going around the moon. Did you see that?
Yeah, you know, every time anyone says something about Artemis, I keep thinking of Artemis from Always Sunny. I cannot shake that image. So you say Artemis going around the moon, I can just see her going around the moon.
We had actually a funny moment. I wanted to talk about Artemis, and before the show, like Dan's like, "Why do you want to talk about Artemis? What's the talking point?" I'm like, "What's the talking point,
Buddy, it's the
a-
biggest thing on the planet.
It's the furthest humans have ever gone into space. They're going around the dark side of the moon.
Now,
What's
why are
the
they
talking
going
point?
around? Why don't you just go like,
See
take
what's what.
the most forward path?
All right,
So
so
we
like,
saw that one already, so we got to go the
It's like
long
when
way
it's,
around.
It's like me in my backyard. I got to make a lap, see what's what.
Are you familiar with what the plans are with the moon?
Not really.
So apparently,
I live here.
Apparently, we've just given Elon the moon, and the plan
We're
is
going to steal the moon.
the plan is to build a nuclear reactor on the moon.
Okay.
This is not a fake thing.
Yeah, I played Civilization before.
It's a real plan. It's something they are trying to do, and this is Artemis is exploration, or at least under the guise of exploration. But the end game here, Spence, is a nuclear reactor on the moon.
So,
So how do we get it down? If
can't-
it's up there, how do we get it down here?
what, the moon?
No, the nuclear stuff that's going to be made up there.
I think we get the moon down here because of the nuclear reactor when it goes wrong.
And then it comes back down. This has sparked a lot of people on Threads, at least, to bring up the Challenger.
You active on Threads?
I'm very active on
I
Threads.
love Threads.
I love Threads too. Where else can I
People
find?
get paid for
I
Threads.
just can't get into it.
This is all
Do you get paid for Threads?
I do not.
I
This-
don't get paid for Threads
I don't think
either.
anyone does
We should
anymore.
get paid because people get paid for Threads.
Well, they did, and then they stopped that campaign. I was getting paid for Threads, then the Threads stopped.
You got paid?
I got paid, like a year ago.
I just
or so.
like Threads.
I like Threads too.
What are we talking?
But I'm gonna tell you this is who you need to follow. Follow Jamel Hill and just wait for this post that comes from her. I ran to the comments. As soon as you see Jamel Hill post, I ran to the comments or some variant of that, you know this is gonna be an amazing
Dude,
thread.
that's my algo.
Yeah.
I know what Zaz's algo
Mine
is.
is much better if that's
Zaz-
yours.
Zaz-
No,
way
but
better.
I get like run to the comments, and what I like about Threads is you can like dear algo it, and you can manipulate what your algo has.
You say dear algo and let it tell it what you want.
we
I want
should.
more
If
of
we
this.
weren't getting paid before, we should get paid now.
I look, they invite me to all the parties. Every time Threads has a party, I go. Well, not every time, but a lot of times. It's an NBA thing.
Dear algo.
But
Give me
as I was
notes.
saying, the Threads algorithm for me was doing a lot of Challenger talk. And I was curious, are any of you guys old enough to remember, like, not remember it, I'm talking about being in school and then wheeling the TV in.
It's interesting that you say that because, like, watching the Artemis 2 take off, whenever one of these, shuttles take off, I always think about the Challenger.
Yeah.
Like, they all make me nervous.
I'm scared every time too, especially since we hadn't done this type of deal in a while. But so far, so great.
I remember when it happened.
Did you, you remember being
I think
in
I was
school?
I was like 5 or 6 years old, around like 86, 87.
Yeah, I was in 3rd grade, buddy. They rolled that TV in.
Yep.
And and the whole big thing was because one of the people on board, it was like 5 astronauts, and then one of them was like a school teacher who won like some contest or whatever. And it was like a big deal that one of America's teachers is going to space. She's going to come back and teach her class about all the things she learned about space from being on a space shuttle. And then like the thing takes off, and I don't know if you've watched it, but it's like you see some flames, and like, is that supposed to happen? And then you see some more flames, like, that definitely ain't supposed to happen. And then it was just like, all across America, all these school teachers like, what else is on TV?
It's like the scene in Succession where he watches the ship on his phone and it blows up. He just kind of puts it back in his pocket and goes
Pretty
about
much.
the rest of
Since
his
your
day.
algo is so dialed into this, do you know where we're at in the timeline? They're still like gaining momentum. They're supposed to orbit the Earth like 3 times and like slingshot.
Slingshot,
right?
yep. That we learned that from
Apollo 13.
Apollo 13. There you go.
Rocket Man? Oh.
Rocket Man.
I was going to say Armageddon.
Armageddon was no slingshot.
All right. Now all of a sudden you're a man of science.
I mean,
I'm a man of movies, is what I am.
I trust his algo more than yours when it comes to this. Oh, one of the things that you missed, Christy Nome.
Yeah.
Is that story real? Like, I saw the headline. It's rather salacious.
You got those boobs on your algo?
You would think with your algo you'd be totally down to
Well, no, they're not real.
Right. All right.
Thanks, Jeremy.
I don't want to be that guy on the moon landing, but how all this science, all the stuff we have now.
You
and
better
we're
not
just-
pull some flat Earth bullshit.
No,
he's
I'm talking about the moon. I just said the moon.
I
How are
mean-
you going to tell me about flat Earth when I'm talking about the moon?
All
I thought
right,
he was.
saying.
That's where I
How
thought
am I
he was
going to
going.
tell you about flat Earth when we're talking about the moon?
Strap one on. He's going to do something close to it.
All
Go
I'm
for it.
saying is 1969, we had the technology.
Nice.
And we put people on the moon.
Got Carl Everett in the studio over there.
But it's going to be really tough to get people on the moon now.
Well,
50 years later.
It's not tough. They're going the long way around it. Like
When was the last time we went to the moon? People
Me?
on the moon. No, people on the moon. When was the last time?
The other night, baby.
Hey.
No, I don't know. I don't know what the exact thing. But the point is, there's no point in going to the moon. You go to the moon to see if you can do it. Once you've done it, you don't keep doing it.
But we haven't got to the far side of the moon, which is what we're doing now.
I mean, I think there are steps. Again, end game. You got to build a reactor on the moon. We may need some boots on the ground for that.
Sure, but that hasn't been the plan in the 70s or
Correct.
80s or 90s or the 21st century.
1972 is the last time that people were on the moon.
Yeah.
Well,
Been a long time.
People or the United States? Has anyone else? Has any other countries been to the moon?
I don't know. I don't know off the top of my head. I guess
Right?
my point is
You'd think
there's
we'd
no
know that.
there's no point, right? Like there's nothing happening up there. And people are like, why haven't they gone back? Because there's nothing to go. They went, they saw, okay, it's some rocks. Got it.
Nothing of use to us.
You got some plans? Not really. Don't have any technology to do plans. All right, cool. Let's holler back. Let's circle back when we have the technology to do shit, which we do now. But like I saw Channing Frye and Richard
What'd he
Jefferson.
say?
They were talking the same kind of talk about like, Channing was like, no, we never went to the moon. And it was just like, why haven't we been back? And I'm like, that can't be your, like I've been in Switzerland. It was in 1998. I haven't been back. Why had you been back? You ain't never go to Switzerland. Like, come on, man. I saw.
That shit makes me crazy.
Good chocolate.
Makes me crazy. Didn't land on the moon. Shit like that, man.
Oh, it just seems like a like a very tepid conspiracy. Like, this is like my first conspiracy. Give me some real shit, man. Give me the pyramids had Wi-Fi. Now I'm in.
You want real shit? We got a problem. we got a big problem. There's a lot to talk about.
You don't want the real shit from him. I mean, the reason why people want to gravitate to that is
I
space
do.
race was a huge deal, and there was so much pressure and geopolitical ramifications that people believe. Also, when you speed the video up, and where are the stars, and why does the flag move? There's no gravity.
Stanley Kubrick did it in Pasadena or whatever.
Now
right?
you're talking. Keep going.
So I'm glad you guys didn't miss any of that. I saw it as well. We're all on the same page, even though I was away. Yesterday, when I'm leaving the airport, without my luggage, by the way, I flew in and out of Miami. And right next to the Miami International Airport is new stadium.
Yeah.
All right. NU, new stadium. That is where Inter Miami is going to open their home schedule in the brand new stadium tomorrow.
Wait, now, when you say brand new, you mean the brand?
It's a little confusing. I get it. I mean,
is new.
Yeah,
new stadium.
New
It's a
NU.
Yeah, it's a new. I know it's a new stadium.
What's it called?
New stadium is a new stadium.
I know it's a new stadium.
Yeah, we know
Right.
that.
Right.
What's
I
it
knew,
called?
I knew that.
New stadium. It's new stadium.
Stop yanking our cranks.
So I'm leaving the airport yesterday, and I point to my wife and my son. I go, that stadium right there, they think they're having a game on Saturday.
It looks beautiful. I'm looking at the video right now.
See
We're
the
looking at
video
the
too.
inside.
We're looking at the inside. It looks fantastic. The outside, there's a lot of cranes. There's a lot of construction going on. There's a lot of dirt roads. Ain't a whole lot of parking. I don't know how this stadium is opening tomorrow for a game.
Anal hole.
Anal parking.
We're gonna have to cut that. We're gonna have to cut that. Yeah.
Ain't a whole lot of parking.
You just said it again.
Ain't a whole lot of parking.
That's the third time.
You're doing this on purpose now.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're opening up a home schedule tomorrow.
I mean,
in that
well,
building.
we can see the stadium. The stadium seems to be fully functional. There's a pitch. The seats are in the stadium, which, you know, was dicey that they weren't always there. It was only until very recently. I had a friend go over there and because I had a practice and kick the tires, and from the inside it looks all right. And then I asked like for a video on the outside. And the outside is everything that you were saying. They are so this could not have been the
I mean,
plan.
the outside looks 6 months behind, I would say.
Yeah.
Let me say this about even the video that we just saw, because at first I was like, oh, it looks beautiful. Then I saw a dude in a construction hat and the vest carrying metal pipes.
That's what they're going to give to every fan who goes in the stadium. They have to wear a construction hat.
Now that you mention it, the videos that my friend sent me from like the hospitality lounges in there, they were active construction sites too. There were construction people wearing vests walking through.
The players are going to be wearing construction helmets.
Look at this guy right here. This is not a complete. What is he?
All right,
That's
in,
this
in
morning.
defense,
That picture's this morning.
It looks like chairs, not pipes, but
Oh,
still
okay, all right.
a little
It's a
alarming.
quick fix. Don't worry about that.
But also the other thing, Mike, I'm surprised they went with the pink seats. Pink seats, because if you remember, now you might remember this. You're a man of age.
Of course, I know what you're talking about.
American Airlines Arena, when they
Yep.
first opened, lots of bright seats.
Yellow.
Yellow, bright yellow seats. And what they found out is when the Miami people are late to come to a game,
Really
you
bad
see
eyesore.
every single empty
Yep.
seat.
Yeah, well, I mean, those are the pink ones are out of most of the camera frames, right?
All right, fair.
But I mean, there are plenty of white seats too. It'll be noticeable, but historically, Inter Miami has not had an issue drawing, and I know, well, that's easy to say because they've had Messi, even pre-Messi. One thing that did happen
No, I would
pre-Messi.
imagine the stadium that they'll fill this stadium.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, yes, this is a big market for Major League Soccer. You just need 20,000 soccer fans willing to pay to get into that stadium, and that you can find that in Doral.
Guys, I have an unpopular opinion, I think. I think that soccer stadiums like that and basketball arenas that are made for college programs that have all the bells and whistles of a pro facility but are smaller in size, more pretty. I like that. I like that look better than a massive 80,000 seat stadium.
I'm with you.
Right?
We're parking our car in the same garage.
I
Now,
love
I also love like the big, opulent, like Jerry World and brand new stadiums because they're so luxurious and it's cool. And I just love going to stadiums. But in terms of experience and actually being a patron, I'm with you.
I guess I agree with you too because, and granted, it was like the first arena/stadium that I loved as a kid, but it's part of what the charm of Miami Arena was here. Like, I love Miami Arena so much, and it was small. Like, there was an intimate feel to it.
I don't know if you guys have ever been to USC, the Galen Center, their basketball arena.
Yeah,
it's like an NBA arena if it were shrunk to like 10,000 seats or 12,000.
Like an early 90s NBA arena.
Yeah.
But being in the seats, like great sidelines, good atmosphere.
Yeah, but not like Pauley Pavilion, which is a dump, right? Like I don't like Cameron Indoor, dump. Like people romanticize these places, they're awful, right?
Worst arena/stadium you've ever been to?
In terms of reputation versus the reality.
That's a good game. Reputation versus reality.
Okay, like, hey, you got to go here.
Oh, my God.
And you do, and you're like, this is it?
Cameron Indoor for sure. And I'll give you another one before they fixed it, and I'm going to piss a lot of people off. The world's most famous arena, that place used to
Mecca.
be a bleeping dump.
Oh, but I loved it before they renovated it.
But look, like, I get it. It had its charm or whatever.
Yeah.
It was a dump, dude. Rats running around and stuff. Everything low ceiling, bad lighting. It's way better.
Oh, I liked it better before.
Cramped concourse.
But did it have
anal hole parking?
That's crazy.
That's what I sounded?
Yeah. Old Trafford.
Anal hole parking.
Anal hole parking.
Old Trafford.
That dump site is definitely edited. You're bullshit.
It's a dump?
Yeah, it's dated, and they very clearly need a new one. Now, there's plenty of...
They need a new Trafford?
Yeah, they do. I think famously they're actively trying to get one. But Stamford Bridge is also older. A lot of the great meccas in European soccer are older.
What about the Spanish Camp Nou?
I haven't been to the new Camp Nou. Which
Camp
the
Nou.
new camp?
New Camp. New,
yeah, there's a new camp.
New.
Are you talking about new stadium?
No, camp.
That opens tomorrow.
New camp. And I haven't been to Real Madrid's new stadium either, but these were places in need of an overhaul. I guess in the NBA, Washington. I've been to Washington for an NHL game. That's not.
I was there a couple months ago.
That's not a great.
But it's not,
kind of a.
It's not heralded though.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you what's heralded though. Staples/Crypto. People love that place. That place is. I do not like it.
I've been there a long time ago. It was fine. You know what was the one for me? MetLife Stadium. That place is a dump.
I hate that place.
It's a dump.
That's a great shout because it's one of these newer ones, but it came around when just new is good.
Yep.
And then like Jerry World kind of changed the game. No, you have to be nice too. You just can't be new.
That stadium is a nothing. MetLife Stadium. It looks like an air conditioning unit, by the way.
I'll give you another one. Piss some more people off. Fenway, thumbs down.
I disagree.
That's
really?
wrong. That's wrong.
Fenway, thumbs down. Although Wrigley, thumbs up.
Wrigley's good too.
The same thing.
Nope, not the same thing.
It's the same thing.
Wrigley
I've
has
been to
charm.
both. It's the same thing.
Wrigley has charm.
Fenway doesn't have charm?
No charm.
You're wrong.
No
What
charm.
are you-
It's charmless.
what are you on
It is
about?
a charmless
Have you been
building.
to that bar in left field?
You're totally wrong.
You could look through the hole. You could see right through.
The bar in left field's cool.
I don't want
Can't see white through it.
Yeah, nuts, man. You're wrong about that. Mike, are you going tomorrow? You're not a season ticket holder anymore for Inter Miami.
No, I'm not.
I was an inaugural season ticket holder for Inter Miami. I gave him up last year. Very, very expensive.
Yeah,
Same.
As of right now, I'm not going tomorrow. I will go to a game this season. It's got to be like quite the hookup to get me to go through what those people are going to go
I'm
through.
telling you,
tomorrow
basically,
because it
yeah,
seems
right.
bad.
Like I'm telling you, I drove past it yesterday. Get there 10 hours early. I mean, seriously.
Wait.
Or take the metro.
How about the airport? I'm flying out today. Am I going to have airport issues because of traffic?
For tomorrow? No. You would have a problem if you're flying out tomorrow.
Yeah, you should leave right after the show.
Okay.
It's gonna be bad today. For
24 hour. Yeah. No, but yeah, do you foresee airport traffic being disrupted by people going to the game?
On game days, yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
Last weekend when I flew to Vail out of Miami, I had a 5 a.m. flight. Earliest flight I've ever had in my life. Had a 5 a.m. flight. Missed it. We missed the flight.
Because the TSA? Or,
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. Missed the
I
flight.
remember talking to you the day before, and you're like, "We're gonna get there an hour before."
Yeah.
I'm like,
Hour? Dude, have you not been
That's
watching
when
the
boarding
news?
starts.
4 a.m. I got to get to the airport before 4 a.m.
Are you not watching the news?
You started boarding. Your flight boards at 4:10.
They got stormtroopers in the airport, man.
I looked what time the security opens, and it says 4 a.m. So I'm like, okay, 5 a.m. flight, 4 a.m. I will get there. I will have my bags checked by 4 a.m. I will get in the line because here's the thing. I have TSA. All right, so I'll be able to get through quick enough. The TSA line, different from the regular security line. TSA line didn't open until 4:45. Missed the flight. Straight up missed the flight.
Did you get on one like hours later at least? Same day?
Yeah. We were able to get on a flight 4 hours later.
So you could have gotten there at midnight and it wouldn't have mattered because they opened late.
Well, no, he would have just had to stand in the regular line.
Yeah.
And just be a regular.
Wait an hour.
I like the
regular
idea
line.
of like, I don't stand in regular lines.
What
I'll
about-
miss my flight.
Okay, what about the priority line? The priority line, because they have a separate entryway just for priority.
Yeah, that separate entry lane just for TSA. Yes.
Yeah,
that's
so
right.
the TSA one was closed.
TSA pre. Can we
Yeah,
like you
TSA
can-
pre.
TSA pre.
Yeah,
How do you
but
not, as a man of travel, how do you not have clear?
No, TSA pre is better.
TSA pre is not better.
It's
No,
better.
it's
I
way
use
better.
Clear.
Clear.
It's a lot better. You're
Clear
wrong.
is better with TSA pre.
should
I
have both.
They're
I have both.
They're compliments.
TSA pre is better though.
Okay, but they didn't have that line anyway at Miami International.
They do. It's in the E concourse. You gotta
Okay,
go
well,
all
I
the
was
way-
at the American concourse,
I
which
know.
I think was D.
Buddy,
There is an American one, but there's-
let me school you about the airport that you grew up next to.
Go on.
Right? If you go to the Terminal E gates, there's a clear line there. And by the way, it all connects that where that Chick-fil-A is and
Exactly
all that.
right. You can walk through
You
the
just walk
concourse.
the
You know about that
concourse.
TGI Fridays with the smokers section?
Boom.
You probably don't.
Right there with the glass. Yep.
They don't explain it very well. The signage is not very good
Tell
then.
because you're not from Miami. You're from Fort
Yeah,
Lauderdale.
there you
dude,
go.
that's
Broward.
crazy. That you've never. Every time I get like the American Airlines flight that's in Gate E, I'm like, oh man, I'm going back to 1993.
It's very preserved. Like this is
It is
how
perfectly
this is
preserved.
how air travel used to
Dude,
be.
they have like a Pizza Hut kiosk,
Ooh, I
and the
love Pizza
signs
Hut.
are like the plastic ones
Where
where you have the individual
they slide
letters.
it on, yeah.
They still have that.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep. You get some breadsticks sometimes. when
Yeah,
I go to
man,
that one.
it's pretty dated.
When we realized we're missing that flight, my wife was shook. She's never missed a flight. She's freaking. I'm like, calm down, all right? We'll get on another flight. It's not
What'd
that
you
big
do?
a deal.
Did you have to wait in the
specifically
line?
told her to calm down, and guess what? It worked.
Wow.
yeah,
It did not.
Wow.
Always
It
works.
didn't.
yeah, wives love that.
It's one of the worst things you could ever say to a woman.
Yeah.
Calm down. It
Oh,
never
relax
works.
is up there too.
Relax. Calm down. These they don't work.
You're acting crazy.
Quit making a scene.
It's like they're like, you say it. It's like the
Lower your
factory
voice.
reset button.
Chill.
Calmate.
That never works.
Calm down. It just did not. It didn't have the effect that I wanted it to
People are looking at us.
when I said it to her.
Sometimes my wife's yelling at my daughter, and I have to like look over it, like relax.
Oh wow. Oh my God.
Like where I'm like, my daughter doesn't.
You want
see
some of
it,
this too?
Where it's just like, I hit her with like let's bring
The
it down.
LeBron-
I just
the
hit her
LeBron
with the like, let's just.
You do the LeBron Selly?
I mean, it's just sometimes I'm just like, let's just bring it down.
After a blank space on the calendar, Formula One is back in Azerbaijan despite its reputation for tight corners and narrow roads. F1 is putting a sprint race in Baku. On Saturday, Charles Leclerc is fearless in pole position as the sprint begins. But at the start, London boy George Russell delivers some karma to Max Verstappen, making him a move to push him wide. Max is red, but George says, don't blame me. Number 22, Yuki Tsunoda, clips the wall and loses a tire after just 2 laps. At the restart, Sergio Perez has a lead with 5 laps left. It's time to go. Checo wins the sprint race, but Max and George have bad blood when the race ends. You guys see what I'm doing yet? Will there be vigilante shit on Sunday?
This
Max,
is amazing.
you need to calm down because it's lights out away we go in Baku. Sparks fly, and Verstappen is driving like he's in a getaway car and pulls out into the lead. Long story short, Nick DeVries has a glitch and a safety car ensues. Perez is in the lead after a slew of pit stops, but he's not out of the woods yet. The one driver, Max Verstappen, has speed, but that's when Sergio Perez says, bye-bye, baby. As the race ends, Esteban Ocon goes into the pit, but the mastermind race organizers have let press onto the treacherous pit lane. That's why we can't have this is why we can't have nice things. 7-time champion Lewis Hamilton finishes 6th. The last great American dynasty, Haas, finishes out of the points, but today was a fairy tale for Sergio Perez. Verstappen finishes in 2nd, which is better than revenge. 1-2 for Red Bull is nothing new. They don't have champagne problems on the podium, but the anti-hero Max Verstappen is only ahead in the Drivers' Championship by 6 points. Fernando Alonso and Taylor Swift rumors are swirling. Long live Formula One. Max Verstappen has won the Drivers' Championship, but we still have 4 races to go. In Austin, Daniel Ricciardo rides a horse named Horsey McHorseface into the paddock. Zach Brown accuses Christian Horner of cheating, and Fort Lauderdale's own Logan Sargent will join Williams in 2023. During quali, Carlos Sainz takes the fastest lap while his teammate Charles Leclerc takes a grid penalty. Martin Brundle gets snubbed by Brad Pitt. Tim Apple doesn't know how to wave a flag. 440,000 people are at the Circuit of the Americas. It's lights out and away we go. On turn 1, Max Verstappen gets ahead of Carlos Sainz, and Sainz tries to recover, but gets hit by George Russell. The Spaniard is out of the race before the 1 lap is even over, and Russell takes a 5-second penalty. Valtteri Bottas' race ends early, and a safety car helps out Charles Leclerc for once. Fernando Alonso and Lance Stroll get in a massive collision, and debris is everywhere. Lewis Hamilton, on hard tires, leads the race with 10 laps to go, but the Flying Dutchman cannot be beat this year. It's Verstappen, Hamilton, and Leclerc. Sebastian Vettel battles to the finish in his final USGP. Baby Lando finishes 6th, and Yuki gets a point. Red Bull wins the Constructors' Championship for the first time in 10 years, a day after their founder's passing. People are crying, there's champagne flowing, fireworks are popping off. Everything is bigger in Texas, Dan, except for F1 drivers.
Yes, it's time for the F1 minute here, even though I want to hear that sound
gave it
again.
away?
Je suis stressé pour les minutes de Formule 1. J'ai besoin d'énergie. Énergie.
Let's go,
Wait for the
energy.
beat drop.
Oh, energy.
Bonjour et bienvenue à Circuit Park pour le Grand Prix de France. Les températures élevées sur le circuit signifient que la gestion des pneus va être essentielle. Charles Leclerc, le pilote automobile monégasque, fait face à Max Verstappen pour la première place. Le pilote Ferrari doit gagner pour rester dans les championnats. Mais non! Quelle horreur! Une catastrophe! Sacré bleu! Charles Leclerc sort de la course! Encore de la malchance! Il est fini! Une honte! Max Verstappen prend une grosse avance. Lewis Hamilton, le pilote Mercedes, est 12e. Carlos Sainz, l'autre pilote Ferrari, a commencé à la 19e place, d'où sa pénalité pour le changement du moteur. Et les roues contre roues avec Sergio Perez, mais l'imbécile de chez Ferrari recommence. Max Verstappen a fini premier de la course. Carlos Sainz est le pilote toujours. Lando, l'enfant Norris, a terminé 7e. Lance Stroll a terminé avec un point. Félicitations, Mike Crack.
Wow! Oh my God!
Holy shit! Holy
Merci,
shit!
merci.
Oh my God! Was there an imbecile in there? Did you say
Les
imbecile?
imbéciles de chez Ferrari recommencent.
That sounded so exciting. I have no idea what happened.
Les pauvres Charles Leclerc, les pauvres.
My God, that was incredible.
That was
I
really
am
good.
so
Merci,
jealous that
merci
you can do that.
Christophe, merci Guillermo.
Well, the music ran out, but I think you should, because we didn't have an F1 minute today. I think you should give people Lord of the Rings minute. Yes, I think you should give people.
Spoiler alert or no spoiler
Dangerous
alert?
game, man.
Dangerous game because
yeah.
of what?
To us, you can spoil as much as you want. So I say go for as many spoilers as you like.
All right, I'll give a spoiler of what happened at the end of the last
Hold on.
episode.
Let me get you
Hold up.
music.
It was insane. Okay, so spoiler. Do not listen if you don't want to know what happened in the last episode of The Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power. So Galadriel and Halbrand, who everyone thinks might be Sauron, they go from Numenor back to Middle-earth, and they're in the Southlands. And the guy who's like the
This episode of the Dan Le Batard Show is presented by DraftKings. DraftKings! The crown is yours.
Proud of yourself?
10 count. Look at that. We got fireworks on the screen.
All right, we did it, everybody. We made it to Friday. Oh, Friday's got a feel to it.
You just got here.
Made it to Friday.
It is a weird.
You were fly
It's your
fishing
Monday.
yesterday.
This is your Monday.
TGIF.
It is like a really weird move that I used to make fun of. One of my former co-hosts in local radio, Brett Romberg, used to pull this move where Romberg would be on vacation and he would miss the week, but he'd come back on Friday and he would do the show. It's like, why are you back? Like,
I had that thought when I heard you were coming in today.
right. It's a weird move that I just
So
pulled.
you're just biting off the wrong.
You could have
one.
so easily just gone home and kept your schedule.
Oh, okay. So
Team
that,
guy.
That speaks to my character, right? I thought I was supposed to be
Hates
back.
his family.
I was supposed to be back on Friday.
Your
Left
what?
one of my kids home. I was supposed to be back on Friday, but we came back a day early. So I was like, you know what? I can come in and work. That speaks to my character. Okay, thank you for acknowledging that. Jessica, would you like to acknowledge that as well?
I would acknowledge that I thought you meant your character on the show, which I was going to say what character, but now I realize you meant your character is in your moral upstandingness.
That's right.
And that I also don't know very much about. So.
Do you have an arena or stadium, Jess, that you had heard great things about? You got to go visit it. You got to catch a game there, and then you went and it was a dump.
Okay, I wouldn't say dump, but I didn't love Jerry World. I got to be honest.
Wow.
Too big.
It's
just too big. It's just too big. But I also went for a college football game, which not a college football stadium. So.
All right. Women's Final Four tonight. Help me out here, okay? Because
help him.
Like I know you follow it closely. I follow it on the periphery. You know the deal. I do shows at ESPN, obviously.
You know the deal.
No. What I mean by that?
What does that
no.
mean? You're wearing a backwards hat?
What I mean by that is I
waiters.
do shows on ESPN, so I have to know what's going on.
I'm
That's
a
what I
40-plus
mean.
white male. You know the deal.
That's what I mean. All right.
I tell my wife to calm down.
But help me out here. Jess, I don't know if
I
you're
do know
aware.
your character
It never
now,
works.
so.
It never works. Telling the wife to calm down never works. All right. Anyway, tonight is the women's Final Four. But help me out here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, has there been a day yet in this women's tournament where it's like, wow, we had a great slate of games today?
I feel like there's been really great games, but the best four teams that have been the best four teams this whole season, that were the best four teams at the end of last season, have just been a step above the teams behind them. So the great games, I would say, have been mostly amongst those teams with themselves. And so last weekend, the Elite Eight games were all, I wouldn't say they were all like huge blowouts. I'd say like the Texas-Michigan game was a huge blowout, but like some of them were close, but you could obviously tell like the better team was going to win by 15 to 20 points. But I would say like between, like the 5th to 25th ranked teams and beyond that, there were some really good games in the mix. There's just 4 teams this year that were so much better than everyone else.
So tonight, like we fully expect then
we're getting games tonight.
Like
buddy.
these two
hope
games
so,
tonight
yeah.
are going to be games.
I think so. I think the UConn South Carolina game right now, I saw the point spread was like 4.5 points, 5.5 points, something like that. So like that's pretty close.
6.5, 6.5, yeah.
6.5. Okay. UCLA Texas was like 1.5.
Yeah.
That's the later game. So I think UConn South Carolina, I'm really happy that's a Final Four game and not a potential championship game, because that was what the championship game was last year. I think this is a really exciting game because South Carolina is kind of the underdog, and like they're just never really the underdog. This has been a dynasty program under Dawn Staley for the last decade plus. And right now UConn's coming in as the team has not lost a game yet this season, but also like if UConn makes it to the Final Four and loses, the season's a failure, right? So like they've got a lot to lose, and South Carolina can kind of play spoiler to that.
But Jess, this is the championship game, right? The winner of this whole thing will come out of UConn USC.
I wouldn't say so. I think, UCLA is really, really good. UCLA has won some tough games this year. I think there was a modest debate whether or not UCLA and UConn should have been the overall 1 seed. They have Lauren Betts on their team, who's a 6'7" center. She's really good. Kiki Rice, who's going to be a lottery pick. Good. Yeah, I saw that.
Really?
Kiki Rice, who's going to be a lottery
Really?
pick in the WNBA draft. And then Texas has Madison Booker. They've been playing really well. They're coming back. They beat South Carolina in the SEC championship game, less than a month ago. So obviously we know they can go head to head with South Carolina. So I wouldn't say that necessarily. I would kind of say that about the men's Final Four. I think Arizona and Michigan, whoever wins that game, I probably would make them, my favorite to win the championship, but you never know.
UConn, it wasn't that long ago when they were doing literally all the winning. It was really easy to root against Ariema. They always have all the star players. But now, even with them undefeated, I don't feel that way. Like, is it still like that most everyone roots against this big UConn machine?
I would say, well, for me as a Notre Dame fan, yes. Like, I obviously don't like UConn. They're a rival of Notre Dame. But I would say people have said that since the 8-year title drought, Gino has softened. He's become kind of like a little like grandpa figure. And so he's a little easier to, more palatable for people that aren't UConn fans to root for him now. I'd say like Paige Beckers as one of the coolest college women's basketball players in a long time certainly helped his popularity with a lot of people, including me. I was like, damn, I don't like UConn, but Paige is pretty cool. She's a cool lady. But I think still they're, I would say from the average fan, it's more boring if they win. If they just steamroll through everyone, steamroll through the Final Four, steamroll through the championship game, I think most people would say, Zaz, like, that's kind of a boring outcome. It'd be cool to see, like, Texas and UCLA. They were in the Final Four last year, but before that, hadn't been to a Final Four in over, 4 decades? Mm-hmm. So it'd be kind of cool to see some new blood, even though they're, like I said, 2 of the best teams this season by far. They're somewhat, new to the Final Four, and it would be a big deal for either of them to win a championship. So I don't know, might make people a little bit more excited.
So the women's Final Four is tonight, gets going at 7:00, and the next one is at 9:30. Tomorrow, the men's Final Four. Is it like, am I being dopey if I wonder why aren't they? I guess essentially
during the day.
No, maybe not necessarily.
They're too late, Zaz. They're too late. I'm sorry. The second game's on at like 9:30. What are we doing?
No. That's what I mean. So
that's what I mean.
Tomorrow with the men's Final Four, am I being dopey for not understanding why they don't reseed the men's Final Four once we get to the Final Four? You have 1 versus 1 and 2 versus 3. Like, am I missing something there where, like, I guess it's easy enough where, all right, this side of the bracket plays this side, like, that's how they do it. But why don't they reseed instead of us having 2 number 1s face each other tomorrow and a 2 versus a 3? Like, why isn't it 1 versus 2, 1 versus 3?
Because that would ruin your office bracket pool. I mean, don't keep it simple, stupid. This is what I'm not even joking. One of the things I'm the most concerned about if they do expand, which a lot of people think is inevitable, and there will be expansion of the NCAA tournament in the near future. More games, more teams. There's going to be more games like Tuesday, Wednesday, and then fewer teams in the full bracket, I guess. I read an article about it. I don't want to overcomplicate things, but my biggest concern is it's going to F with people's brackets, because the selection show, if it's on Sunday, now you got to do a bracket by Tuesday. And then if you got all these play-in games, how are you going to select the next round if there's so many games contingent upon who wins the play-in game? And then is that going to ruin the entire, like, fun communal aspect of filling out a bracket at work?
Okay, so
I'm concerned.
So I totally hear what you're saying, and it sounds like you're probably right about that. But that's stupid then. If we're basing like how we're going to format the tournament, instead of trying to make it the best possible competition, we have to make sure everyone can pick their brackets. That's dumb.
I think really, to answer your question, is like this is the format that we've selected, right? Just the straight bracket, no reseeding. You get the luck of the draw in some instances in your region, and then if there's a huge upset in another region, you might be lucky. That might help you out, and that's kind of how it works. And some years, the team that wins the tournament might not have been the best team in all of college basketball, and like that's okay because they won the tournament how it's set up. And you have to deal with it.
Zaz, we've been doing this for 1 billion years. Everyone loves it.
Well, I prefaced it with, am I being dopey? All right, yes. I said that.
You're being dopey.
If I preface what I'm going to say with am I being dopey, I'm asking you this question. I can then say whatever I want to mean.
Well, no. Well, you still get called a dope, though, at the end of it.
All right. Well, it was a question.
Jessica.
Thank you, Amin. I needed a little backup there.
You're welcome. I've been tripping all morning long over seeing this video of Tiger Woods.
Oh, God.
Cops call him over, and he does the nonchalant. Sorry, I was talking to the president. We actually had a spirited debate on whether he could have been talking about the president of his homeowners association or maybe of a car dealership nearby. What was your reaction when you saw not only what he said, but how he said it? And we got the video here so we could roll it.
Say again?
Just keep you down here with us, please.
Yeah, I was just talking to the president.
Oh my!
The hand flip.
It's so
the hand
douchey.
flip where he's just like, no big deal.
This thing here,
douchey.
Connected to power.
You guys know who he's dating, right?
Yeah, dating.
Yeah,
who's dating?
Oh, you got he's dating Don Jr.'s ex-wife, Vanessa Trump.
Really?
Yeah, but also even before that, obviously tight.
Right.
He won
Very tight.
some award from the president. Obviously,
I think he won like the Medal of Freedom.
Medal of Freedom. Yeah. I wanted to respect it, and they go golfing.
I didn't know you were doing a thing there. I just forgot what it was called. Yeah, they're buddies, so I think he really did mean the president, and I'm assuming that he said that to I mean, the cops already knew he was Tiger Woods, I'm assuming. But I assume that he name-dropped the president to try to be like, you guys like that guy, right? Like, we're all...
Well, does that help? Like, because the cops definitely know he's Tiger Woods. If you know he's Tiger Woods and you're not about to let him off, isn't there, like, nothing Tiger can do at this point to get off then?
That's one hell of a Hail Mary.
I would assume that's the case, Zaz. I would assume, and given how I read some of the transcripts, I watched some of the body camera stuff, the officer who arrested him was like, I can't let you go. You don't seem okay.
I have to do the right thing.
Maybe if this was a borderline case, but again, I wasn't there. I don't know. I've just seen the videos and he did not seem well.
Have you seen the memes made of the picture?
I've seen every meme of him kneeling down where he looks like a high school football coach breaking
That's
a huddle.
a good one. That's a good one. Breaking a huddle or breaking it to the little league team that they're not getting new cleats for the season. That's my personal.
The ET one.
every
The
version
ET ones
of
are the
it.
best. ET's are the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bad situation, but yeah, that did not make him look good. And now it's what, April 3rd, and we've gotten 2 DUI videos of celebrities on our timelines. The Justin Timberlake one. I mean, did you see Justin Timberlake?
I
saw
saw
that
it.
one.
I saw it, but I thought I saw it when it happened. Like this was like a year ago or so, maybe even longer.
It was a while ago.
Yeah, it's been a while.
You saw one part of it. You saw just the clip of him like standing outside of the car and maybe for just a moment walking. But this was, I mean, it felt like we were getting the extended version.
Oh yeah, we got the director's cut. He's in
Director's
He's
cut,
in the
yeah.
station. He's filling out the form. It says race white, which I thought was wow.
That was great.
What?
He's a showman.
Like he could be shitty. It could be a terrible moment, but that's a showman turning it on.
That's the charm.
Have you ever watched a movie and then you watched the director's cut and you're like, whoa, director's cut, so much better?
I've seen both. I've seen director's cut so much better. I've seen the studio was right. That's
one, Lord of the Rings. The director's cut's better, and the studio was right.
Absolutely, Lord of the Rings. The Lord of the Rings, the director's cut.
I don't think I've ever seen Lord of the Rings director's cut.
4.5 hours long.
Oh my God, it's so long. The Return of the King is so long.
How does the director,
literally 4.5
when he makes the movie, before the studio tells him you got to cut it down, how does he think then 4.5 hours is an acceptable movie to put in theaters?
Because I don't know.
The paycheck
they
says
filmed all that stuff.
Yeah.
They want to use it. They spent a lot of money on that scene with the Sauron, the mouth of Sauron. They want to put that in the movie.
I do think that there's like one really good example of the director's cut totally changing the movie experience, making a bad movie something that's at least tolerable.
What?
Don't say Justice League.
No. not the Snyder cut. It's Miami Vice.
Miami Vice.
Yeah.
Really?
Mike loves the director's cut.
The director's
this is
cut
lore.
of Miami Vice is much better.
Do they still know a good place to get a mojito?
You bet your ass.
So director's cut was so much longer, or like
it's
it was
longer, but like so famously, there were all sorts of problems on the set. Jamie Foxx at one point quit the film, which is why the movie is almost the one that was in theaters. Jamie Foxx is like barely in it.
Oh, really?
So it does plug a few holes in it, and it makes it. It shouldn't have been Miami Vice. And I think Michael Mann even said, like, in one quote, he's like, I just wanted to do this cop movie, and the only way that I can get the studio to do it was by saying I'm returning to the Miami Vice franchise. But it's not a Miami Vice movie. It's way too dark. If you get that out of your mind, it's actually, like, a not bad cop movie.
I don't know that I don't know that I do director's cuts. And I say that because, obviously, I've seen the, studio version first, and I don't then go back and watch the director's cut because I feel like then the whole movie, I'm only just looking out for the stuff I didn't see
I'm
previously.
with you.
Like, it's not a real experience.
I'm with you, too, because, like, with the Snyder Cut, like, okay, I'm going to give you another chance to disappoint
That's a whole
me.
different movie, though.
Yeah, but... And I had to be convinced to do the Miami Vice thing, but the internet was really insistent. Like, no, it's actually not that bad if you watch the director's cut. And I can kind of confirm.
But you know what I'm saying?
I'm kind of with you because I do get that paranoia. Like that wasn't in the original version. And someone said, yes, it was. Like, oh yeah, my bad, it was.
Guys, just let the movie wash over you. Don't think about it too hard.
Yeah, I guess so. Mike, can you tell me what happened at the Washington Wizards? Because I was away this week. And I caught everything that happened, but there were some things that slipped through the cracks.
Mike, sit this one out. I got this.
What happened at the Wizards game?
I am fascinated. So
this is the most. I thought of you immediately when I saw this.
So they had a contest. Oh, shoot a half-court shot blindfolded. And if you make it, you win $10,000
on April 1st.
On April 1st. And so they got the guy down there. He's blindfolded, and all the mascots. Sometimes they invite mascots from other sports and other
Usually
leagues.
when it's your mascot's birthday.
Yeah, they do that a lot.
Yeah.
So they're all there, and they're like, here we go, 1, 2, 3, and the guy, of course, misses it horribly. Although
Can I ask you something real quick though? Can you hold on for a second? When they do the mascot birthday party. Let's say it's the Atlanta Hawks mascot's birthday party. They want to invite Bernie.
Yep.
Does the actual Bernie get on a plane and go?
He probably makes so much more money for that appearance than he does his normal.
Who else would?
Put a pin in it. I will explain
the
that whole
alternative?
world.
Okay,
to you.
you'll come back
I know
to me
all
now.
about the
Put
mascot.
a what in it?
Pin place.
A pin.
Oh, pin. Okay. I heard
Pin
pin.
it.
So the guy, of course, misses it horribly, but he's blindfolded. So everyone cheers like, hey, we're going to cheer. Oh, my God, you made it. And they give him the big novelty check, and he's jumping up and down, and the mascots are celebrating. And then the in-arena host says, wait a second, let's watch the video again. And it shows him missing. Like, oh, sorry, check's not yours.
Now, what's the crowd doing during all of this?
Well, they were cheering when it's like, hey, because we're
they played along.
This is a Wizards game. Let's be clear.
Yeah, crowd
not much
is-
of a crowd.
crowd is
Okay. Crowd's not really a part of
But
the
they were
story.
told to
Let's
kind of play
continue.
along?
Yes, they played along, and then they pulled the check, and then people booed or whatever. And so it's not even the first time that's been done.
And it's outrage. Everyone's outraged.
Outraged to the point where the Wizards had to release a statement on April 2nd. Quote, we apologize for last night's April Fool's joke that left many wondering if we had misled a fan. The skit involving our mascot and other members of our performance team was scripted and intended to celebrate the day. All participants were in on the joke, but we missed the mark. Our fans are our priority, and we continue to be committed to providing a positive experience to all who attend our games.
There had to be a heated debate, in their in the Wizards, high up, we're not releasing that, right? We're putting that out.
I 100% can guarantee you, Chris. Not only was there a debate, but at one point, someone said, "Yo, is it worth your job to fight for this?" And then, all right, just put it out. And that's the argument that went.
They
up.
missed the mark. I mean,
what's the mark?
everybody there is the mark. That's the whole point.
Yes. So
it's April Fool's
because
Day.
it seemed like the joke was on the guy who missed the shot the whole time, right?
Yes.
He thought he won $10,000,
But he was in on
but
it.
It turns out the joke was on everyone else who thought it was a real skit, and I feel like in that case, they kind of got us. It's kind of pretty good. Why are they apologizing?
But Jessica, first of all, it's 2026. Why are we still falling for things on April 1st?
They should have ended that statement with this was all an April Fool's. We don't even mean this.
It's not an apology.
April Fool's, he was a real fan.
Second of all, my first job in basketball was working game ops. And so we would do this stuff all the time. So let me tell you something. The thing where there's a fan of the other team and the mascot comes with the cake and then he
That's
trips
real,
up.
right?
Nope.
Oh.
That guy works for the team. They bought a jersey from the other team just for him to have a cake mushed in his face. All of these things are made up. Hey, when there's hey, which one of these trivia questions is the answer? You know what we do right before we go on air? We tell the guy the answer.
What about when they do the kiss cam and the guy goes to kiss a girl and she says no, so then she turns to the guy next to him and they kiss? That's real, right?
You like that one?
Also manufactured. Here's one of my favorite ones because Tom Habistrow, the great Tom Habistrow, did not know this. When they do the loud meter, guys get louder.
You're lying now.
Because the crowd gets louder.
That's not a meter. That's just a video.
Zaz, you like the cuck kiss cam?
No, now you're
I would never be a part of the cuck kiss cam.
You like the cuck kiss cam?
Never. I would never be a part of that.
So when it comes to the mascots,
I'm
this is
interested in this.
all it's a secret society. They all know each other, right?
What?
And
Big group chat?
The whole thing rests on, hey, when you invite me, hey, when we're going to do this birthday, whatever, flight, hotel, and a nice appearance fee. So they all are incentivized to do it because oh, yeah, my team's on the road. Hell yeah, I'm going to get on a flight, go to Washington, hang out.
But you're saying that as if the mascot is in charge of the finances.
No, they are in charge. First of all, the mascots are incredibly well paid, right?
The Denver mascot makes $600,000 a year.
Dude, they're incredibly well paid.
You didn't know that?
They do
Why
so
would
much
I
in
know
the
that?
Because you know a lot of stuff. You got a big head.
Yeah, they when I worked with the Panthers, a guy that was like Stanley C. Panther was also in charge of like some operations and logistics. They are so involved in the community. They go to all these events. Everyone just assumes like, Denver's mascot just repels, and that's all he does on game days. He works like 3 days a week.
I think I assumed he was an hourly employee.
Big cake behind him, and that's all they do.
Harry the Hawk in Atlanta not only was like crazy paid, but he had his own separate mascot company. So if you wanted like the Chick-fil-A cow to show up, and then cow and
he
chicken,
cornered the market on Atlanta mascots.
All of them had to come through his company. You want to book mascots, you got to go through him.
Sounds very mafioso.
I'm telling you, it's a secret society, man.
Mascot mafia.
Man, the Netflix documentary right there.
So you're telling me, like, Bernie, when he makes these appearances, he's actually flying out to these other arenas.
Absolutely.
In uniform.
But who else would it be? I'm confused. You think they just
Like,
shipped the uniform
You
down?
think they're renting a Bernie? No,
You think
no.
every
let
arena
any old person-
has all the mascot suits to just put someone in it?
I like the idea
You
that
think there's dozens of Otto the Oranges laying around?
No, I like the idea that he would look like the Bobo mascot that you get in like Times Square. And, you know, it's like they're really dressed down.
There's a ponytail coming out of it. What's going on there?
It's Ernie.
Little gut coming out under the
That's
shirt.
right. I like that.
Oh no, man! Like, and you ask, like, they all have these budgets for these things, like Bernie's birthday or whatever, and so they know, hey, I'm going to take care of my people because it comes back around. And again, they know all of them across sports: baseball, football, hockey, everything.
I love the idea of like some mascot like off duty listening to our show right now and just feeling alone because they don't have a lot of friends. And Amin's telling you that they all hang out, and he's like,
No, I think
I don't hang out with any of the other mascots.
they're probably like, Amin, shut
Shut
your
up,
mouth.
right?
He's
Giving away the
supposed to
game.
stay
The
in
Atlanta
club.
guy. Huh.
Speaking of the Atlanta guy, Jess, I don't know if you saw this or heard this. So the Hawks played the Magic 2 nights ago. It was on Wednesday nights. The Hawks never lose, so they blew out the Magic. First, before I get into this, like, can the Hawks win a series?
Yeah, absolutely.
So they're like a real team.
Yeah, absolutely.
How?
They defend. They're versatile. They make threes. They're very well coached, contrary to the beliefs of Dan Le Batard. And like, they've got some vets. They got everything. They got a little bit of everything. Not enough
They
to
got
go
Mike
deep.
Bray.
Yeah, they got Mike Bray on the bench. That's right.
I mean, they're like
Golden Dover.
they are entrenched. They're the 5 seed. Now they're not going to catch 4, but they're
Cleveland's worried though.
Yeah.
they're 4 games up. You
No,
know,
I'm
they-
saying
no.
Cleveland worries a 4-5.
to play them.
Oh,
Play
yeah.
them. Yeah.
And by the way, if you play Detroit, and who knows what Cade's going to look like in the second round, like, you hope he's back and he's fine. But
That's pretty
if he's
wild.
not, like, hey, man,
Is that a big indictment on Trae Young?
that they are this much better after losing him? Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So, anyway, a couple of nights ago, Hawks and Magic. And there was, you may remember the Hawks radio voice. Mike Ryan, you may remember, right? Years ago.
The street stuff.
It was the 2009
Thuggery.
2009 postseason where the Hawks played the Heat in the first round, and James Jones mixed it up with someone for the Hawks. And
This was like one of the worst 7-game series of all time.
every
Like,
game was a blowout.
Yeah.
NBA TV, right?
It was all
Every
NBA
game
TV.
was a blowout.
It was a 7-game series.
I
None of
flew
them
to
were good.
Atlanta for Game 7.
It was a
to
bad
watch
game.
the Heat get smoked on a Sunday afternoon in Game 7. I went to that game. It was awful.
Yeah, and we were still trying to compete, but position for like the pie in the sky big 3.
Right. We were 2 years in front of the summer of 2010.
Yeah.
And so
Jermaine O'Neal got us.
Right. And Jermaine O'Neal didn't play in Game 7. He had a concussion. So anyway, that was the series where there was a bit of a scuffle early in the series. Maybe it was like Game 3 or Game 4, something like that. Steve Holman is the Atlanta Hawks radio voice. He's been their voice for like 30 years. He's like an institution there. But he's kind of a crazy person. And you may remember back then, the Miami Heat have resorted to thuggery. And just on and on. Oh, here it
Play
is.
it.
Now down low, it's going to be Al Horford. He drives. He goes up and gets knocked out hard. Oh, my goodness. The Heat have resorted to thuggery. And Al Horford slow to get up. Miami, they're down by 19, and they have to resort to the street stuff. That should be a flagrant foul. These Miami Heat players are street thugs.
Damn.
Dan is so mad we're talking about this without him.
That sounds like the 1960s.
Does.
Right.
He's got that kind
Can
of
you
voice.
replace Al Horford with a different player's name?
one of the funnier parts of it is the way that he says the Miami Heat are down by 19. It feels like he's like in today's game, you're down by 40.
Yeah,
saying they're down by 19, they're down by 40.
It was like
so
the
they
Lakers
have to
game
resort
last
to the
night.
street stuff. Right. That's what 19-point
I had the
deficits
Lakers +9.
were like back then. So that is Steve Holman, and that is not an isolated, occurrence. That type of call. So 2 nights ago, Jess, Orlando was facing Atlanta, and Goga Batadze of Luka Doncic, I will F your entire family fame. Goga Batadze committed a hard foul and on someone from Atlanta, and here was the call.
Jalen in the lane, get it knocked away, but it goes right to Jonathan Kuminga. Now to Jock, who goes up and got fouled hard. Jock Landale just got knocked down. A terrible, dirty play by the Orlando Magic. This is what they do. They just knocked down Jock Landale and hurt him badly. Oh, my goodness. Somebody should get thrown out of this game. What a dirty, rotten team this Orlando Magic is. Oh, my goodness gracious. Jock Landale got knocked down hard. Dyson Daniels wanted to go over and help him. Pray to God that Jock Landale is not hurt badly, folks. That was a dirty, rotten play by Orlando. I don't care what anybody says or anybody replays on this one. This is a dirty, rotten team. They get down by 30 points, and this is what they do. They are dirty, rotten players, every one of them on that team. Can't take the losing. The Hawks are going to be 4-0 against this team. They whine and complain on everything, and then they go to dirty, rotten tactics. Batadze has no business even being in the league. Goga Batadze should be thrown out of the game, thrown out of the league for a play like that. He is a no-talent, dirty, rotten player. They're going to come over and look at this. They better throw him out on a flagrant 2. There's no doubt that this should be a flagrant 2. If they call anything else, it's wrong.
The prior foul's under review for a potential flagrant foul.
No kidding. Thank you very much, Ed Malloy, Mr. Obvious.
This guy's goaded, dude. I love this guy.
Awesome.
No kidding.
I've never heard someone under the age of 90 say dirty rotten. That is an old man's phrase.
Like when he says Goga Batadze should be thrown out the league. Like at that point, you question whether or not it's a real call. And yes, that is a real call. That was the Atlanta Hawks radio 2 nights ago. By the way, Goga Batadze, the player who Jock Landale, the player who he hurt, got up and walked off under his own power.
The prior foul's under review for a potential flagrant foul.
No kidding. Thank you very much.
Unbelievable.
He called Ed Malloy Captain Obvious. Could there have been a funnier ref name to say in that moment than Ed Malloy?
It's a good one.
It's perfect. Oh, my God. I do like also his adjustment, right? Like 20 years ago, it was, they're down by 19, and that's like insurmountable.
Yeah,
now,
right.
The new conversion rate is they're down by 30.
Right. And it's because the Magic are 0-4 against Atlanta this year, so they have to they're a dirty, rotten team.
7 times he said dirty, rotten.
Yeah, they are dirty, rotten players, every one of them on that team. Can't take the losing. The Hawks are going to be 4-0 against this team. They whine and
I love that every last one of them. And also the idea that, like, I don't care what anyone says. I don't care what you replay. Like, he's basically waiting for this to be played on
He knows it's going to get clipped.
Yeah.
Like, every player. Like, the Wagner brothers, I could see you saying they're dirty. Desmond Bain, he's got a little bit of that. But there's not one guy on the team who's not dirty rotten.
Anthony Black, you're dirty.
Not one guy is not dirty rotten.
You're dirty.
Jalen Suggs, get out of here.
Dirty.
Right. Jalen Suggs seems like a nice guy. Dirty rotten. Every one of them.
Jess, I heard a rumor that Hershey is changing the recipe to Reese's, but the thing that shocked me was the headline said they're changing it back. And I said, I never knew they changed it to begin with.
Well, we talked about this on the show because a few months ago, the Reese's heir, like the grandson of the guy that started Reese's.
Jerry Reese?
I don't remember his first name, honestly. I wish I did. Tommy Reese. Okay. He sent a letter or a LinkedIn post accusing Hershey's of changing the recipe and basically like the equivalent of like watering down the recipe to the Reese's cups. And exactly like the chocolate's less chocolatey and the peanut butter's less peanut buttery. And then there was a whole backlash, outrage. So, everyone said, you know what? People, including me, said, I've been saying this for a while.
For real?
This is not tasted right. Some of these Reese's do not taste good. In fact, I stopped eating them altogether, and I used to be a fan, especially this time of year when the eggs would come out, because everyone knows that is the best Reese's shape.
Now, is it also for the pieces?
No, I think the Pieces recipe is a newer concoction and has remained peanut buttery, hard-coated, and delicious.
Damn.
I have not noticed a quality change in Pieces myself.
No, it's not Pieces. It's Pieces.
No, it's Reese's Pieces.
What are Pieces?
Reese's.
That's one step away from feces. This guy tagged everybody in the letter. Todd, you've built a career on the belief that a good story is the heart of any conversation?
This guy is in the chocolate industry circle, all right, which I'm very dialed into. Considered a kook.
You have chocolate friends?
Yeah. Well, no, I read a Darren Rovell. Yes, I do.
Whoa, wait, hold on now.
You've met Joel?
Yeah.
No, like Darren Rovell said this guy tries this every year, and he's finally gotten traction on this. Even though I think Darren Rovell was one of the people that put it out there.
He's on the food and confection beat, so that would make sense.
Apparently, his family's had an axe to grind since they sold Reese's.
Well, I mean, fair enough if they made the product crappier, but I saw a CBS story, Zaz, from this week, which now I'm this was on April 1st, so hopefully it wasn't a joke. And it said, Hershey said it will use classic recipes for all Reese's products starting next year, a change that comes after the grandson of Reese's founder criticized the company for shifting to cheaper ingredients. So
I'll tell you, I don't get stuff like this. Dude. Who was eating Reese's back, before they changed the recipe? Like, you know what? Let's change this. Everybody liked Reese's. Why did they change
wanted to
stuff?
Probably save money because they probably could. Yeah, exactly. It's just, you sell the company and then the quality goes down the shitter. That's how it works in this
Why
country.
use good stuff when you can do cheap stuff and then make more money?
Part of the opposition stuff that I've seen is it's been changed for a very long time. With the information that he's using is dated because he's using original recipe stuff from when his family owned it, and he's just bitter that they sold it for what they did.
So I'm looking at his LinkedIn, right? And I'm looking at, this is how LinkedIn.
His name's Brad, by the way.
Yeah, Brad Reese. And so you got, I've got just a smattering. You know how they have some suggested ones on the side. Reggie Grant, managing director at Alliance Networking. Lee Lipton, principal owner at Benny's on the Beach. Alexandria Barnett, international correspondent specializing in golf, boating, et cetera, right? Brad Reese, his thing is protecting Reese's brand integrity. That's his job. And then he signs off the letter with that, and then also grandson of H.B. Reese, parentheses, who invented Reese's, just in case you were lost on why this guy is opining here.
I mean, if your grandfather invented one of the most iconic products in America, and then you grew up one day and that product didn't taste good anymore, would you try to protect the family legacy? I mean, this is your last name.
I count my money. Because
I don't know if you got that much money. I think that may be part of the problem. That's what Mike is saying, at least.
They sold low?
That's part of the narrative around
That's what Mike's saying. Damn. I'm not saying that for the record.
Now that sucks. Imagine.
That's what my chocolate friends are telling me.
I went to college with the grandson of the Iams empire.
The dog food.
But they sold it. They sold it generations ago to Purina. And so, his last name is Iams, but he's, just a regular guy. But everyone thinks, yo, is that Iams from the dog? Yeah, my family. Oh, my God. And it's so when we get on the chopper? I'm like, no, I drive a Corolla.
You can check Jess out, her weekly podcast with Mike Golick Jr., The Echoes.
Echoes.
Great job, Jess. Good to see you.
Oh, we didn't ask you. Hold on. Jane Ivy's mom. Should she say something about what Jane Ivy's been saying?
Oh my God. I mean, I hope they're handling it in private. Seems like a issue.
I'm not.
Seems like something's going on.
Sure, there's an issue. Something's going on. I'm just saying, in her role as
if Notre Dame were still, if her team was still playing,
from a PR standpoint.
Yeah. She's the head coach of Notre Dame, the second biggest Catholic institution.
If they were still playing, she would have to have said something in one of her availabilities, right?
Well,
Jess?
I'm sure someone would have asked her a question about it.
Yeah.
My opinion on it, is that, well, here's my question to you first. Do you think he's having some sort of mental health?
1,000%.
Okay. I agree with you. I think some people think he's not, and they're like, he's just speaking his mind. He should be allowed to do.
We call those people bigots.
Right. I think he's having some sort of mental health issue, it seems like. And if that's the case, I respect that. I think she should handle that in private. But he's also like a grown adult man and has a wife and kids. So she's not like the only family member in his life, it seems. But certainly feel bad for everyone in that situation. I've been following his career for like a long time because, you know, he went to high school in South Bend and practiced with the Notre Dame women's basketball team when he was younger. And when he was drafted and when he was in college, he did interviews and talked about how he was really close with a lot of the players on the team and he looked up to them and they were role models to him. And so to me, like this whole thing, I know it's been kind of growing for a while, but it seems like it kind of came out of left field based on how I perceived him when he was in college and was doing a lot of interviews in media and was really had like super high trajectory from a basketball standpoint. So whole thing's been kind of weird and seems like something is not right there.
Again, The Echoes, her weekly Notre Dame podcast with Mike Golick Jr. Great job, Jess. Thanks.
Bye.
He just won with Jeremy Taché.
Because Jeremy was an alleged journalist last night. Yeah, my thoughts exactly. Jeremy, who is an up-and-comer in the broadcasting game and is someone who has now journalistic credentials around, literal credentials around the Heat and the Marlins. Yesterday he was hosting. And this is one of the great things, Stugotz, this time of year. We get it so infrequently around here in South Florida. But South Florida has always done this well. The rest of the country always makes fun of, you guys don't care about that sports that much. You're bandwagon people. All right. Many of us are. Not everyone is. The loyalists are super loyal. But Miami does the bandwagon better than anybody. Miami does. Everyone now show up for the party. And so you have, stunningly, a hockey arena in the Everglades. Surrounded by airboats and alligators, filled with people to do the wave, watching the game on television. And at the Heat, across the street from us last night, Jeremy Taché is watching the end of that game with a lot of people who are excited. And Stugotz, I'm getting a lot of this. Jimmy was out of bounds, and it ended up being a 3. That was a goaltend ref culture win. Okay, whatever. Tell it to the people who were yelling and screaming around Jeremy.
How about this? 1-1, we're coming home.
Okay, who's we?
Yeah, I took the Heat in 5. Anyone else?
He's right.
All right, the Knicks are watching this like everybody
2 rounds
else.
ago.
It was a long time ago, understandably. Here's Jeremy Taché not being a journalist while covering, again, an arena filled with people, but no players or athletes were there.
All right, so today on Mystery Crate, we do a lot of cool stuff. We got a 2v2 millennial movie trivia game, which we have buzzers, just like this.
I hold a buzzer weird, apparently.
You hold a buzzer like somebody who is trying to blow up a damsel on a railroad track of some sort, which is odd. We have a very long argument about Indiana Jones, and we do some Indiana Jones trivia, too, because Chris had never seen any of the movies. So he reads Indiana Jones quotes poorly.
Yeah.
See what I did there, Roy?
Yes.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
He does it poorly, but, we come out on the other side. We also answer who would be the fastest person to eat a $100,000 Costco hot dog. Wow. All that and more on Mystery Crate. Yeah.
Hey, Dan, back to you.
Today, right after the Dan Le Batard Show on this episode of The Alley Oop, Sixers? Knicks setting up for another first-round series? I'm all the way in, and Cavs, watch your ass, because the Atlanta Hawks are coming.
They definitely are. As well as them Celtics without Vucevic looking great. As well as, man, LeBron James is 41 and letting it fly, y'all. wait till you guys hear what he had to say about Memphis. Ooh, shimmy shake. Ooh, with the shoulders. Lock in.
Log in.
Folks, listen up. April 7th, 6:30 p.m. Eastern on Le Batard Show YouTube. It's the cheap seats, 305 Equinox. 3 games at once. Marlins, Panthers, Heat. We're watching all of it. Probably poorly. Presented by Never Miss Your Shot Golf.
So I would imagine you guys saw this earlier in the week, right? Mark Cuban finally admitted that...
Not finally.
I guess admitted out loud.
He's been admitted out loud nonstop over the last year.
That he regrets not regrets selling the team. He regrets selling the team to Adelson and Dumont. And, I mean, I since the trade was made, here I said it, I've said it on ESPN, I've said it on my podcast, that Mark Cuban deserves his share of the blame for what happened with trading away Luka Doncic.
At least 27% of the blame.
And I remember I remember getting hammered. Oh, what does Mark Cuban have to do? Well,
you should get hammered.
Okay, but literally, Cuban is coming out now and saying what I've been saying.
What have you been saying? You're saying that he should get the blame.
What do you say?
Yeah.
That he should not have sold to these people. When you own one of these teams, you're essentially a caretaker of the franchise. You're not going to own the team forever. You're a caretaker of the franchise. And he decided to take the highest bid, which is his right as a businessman. Right. But he just totally. But then people like me can say, you know what? You can't now sit there and complain about, I wouldn't have done this. I wouldn't have traded Luka. I wouldn't have done this. You deserve your share of the blame then, because you decide to take the highest bid and sell it to people who don't care about basketball and decide to do this instead of maybe it took a little bit less and you sold to people who are going to take care of the franchise you care about.
Well, I think...
And he's admitted that now.
I think it's tough to say that because he sold it to people who seem like they care about basketball, and the reality is they do care about basketball. They just don't know much about it. And so they had a general manager who
Cuban hired?
Who Cuban hired, yeah, but like they're just taking them to the finals, and they don't know any better, but this guy seems to know what he's doing. Right, so they do what they do. Any new owner who's not like Matt Ishbia, who's like a hoops junkie, is probably going to fall prey to this kind of thing. By the way, new owners every single time you go throughout the history of the league, particularly recently, they all come in, they talk a great game, and then they learn the hard way that this ain't as easy as it looks. Matt Ishbia had the most expensive payroll ever for a team that missed the playoffs. Right, even the Warriors light years ahead. Ownership group. Remember, they came in, they used the amnesty on Charlie Bell because they tried to sign DeAndre Jordan, who was already a restricted free agent. The Clippers matched easily. Then they traded Monte Ellis, and the guy got booed at the thing. Like, everyone has a rocky start. There's no owner who comes in and is like, yo, I've been awesome at this. Steve Ballmer, do you want to talk about his rocky start, which may lead to freaking
who knows what?
Cap circumvention and picks lost and all that. So none of them have any idea. And the whole thing about billionaires is these are people who their lives are built on. Everyone said no, but I said yes. Right? And it's true, like, for many of them, especially the self-made ones. Maybe not so much the Nepo babies, but if you are a Vivek Ranadive, a guy who came here with, like, legend has it, like $150 in his pocket, and you became a billionaire and you bought an actual NBA team and kept it in a city where they thought the team was going to be leaving, how can anyone tell you, yo, this 4-on-5 idea you got sucks? Like, no, you guys. I heard this a lot in the tech sector too.
I love the 4-on-5 idea.
But you know what I'm saying? Like he's like their whole lives are against incredible odds, amassing an obscene amount of success. So when you get to the point where it's like, hey, we own this team now, and Mark Cuban thinks, no, but they'll still listen to me. That he thought the deal was they own it, but I call the shots. And very quickly they're like, nah, man, we're going to listen to this guy. And he gets shoved out the way.
And to the absolute meager defense of Nico Harrison, like prior to the Luka trade, like he had made some good moves.
He made some really good moves.
The PJ Washington move was good. Like drafting was good. Like
Gafford.
They had done like a couple of good things that were the trajectory of like, okay, like wait a second, this is going to the right track.
It wasn't. I don't think he presented based on his track record as someone who didn't know what he was doing, right? Like to have that kind of doubt in him. And obviously, once he comes with something as drastic as that, you always say, hold up. But that goes back to the other part of this, which is the Mavericks front office. This is through all the reporting and all the people I talked to behind the scenes. Like, they had really pushed into this groupthink place where it's like, if you are someone who is an outside thinker, we don't want you. We're not going to include you in this. And I've been part of a front office like that where it's like, hey, my job is to give you guys like all the reasons why this couldn't work. And then you make an informed decision like, no, you're yucking our yum. That happens. Man, this happened when I was at Sloan. There was the guy who owns the Philadelphia Soul, Mike. His name escapes me.
The arena team?
The
John Bon Jovi.
The MLS team.
The MLS team is a Philadelphia Union.
Union, my bad. Philadelphia Union.
I believe the Soul were Ron Jaworski and John Bon Jovi.
My bad. So,
which, tell them I said hi.
Yeah.
Like, that's a great crew.
Jaws. No, but so the guy
Colin Kaepernick, greatest quarterback ever.
He owns the MLS team, and he was like, "Yo, I came in, and the first thing we did is we studied like all this analytics about soccer because turns out soccer they're not as up to date as some of our American sports, and we found out like throw-ins are incredibly important, and so they did all of the stuff invested into areas that they felt could be a competitive advantage." And as a result, like it said, all the football people, all the soccer people told us, "Oh, that's crazy. That's not how you do it." But we were like, "No. We're going to do it this way." It's basically his own version of Moneyball. As a result, they've been one of the most successful by regular season terms clubs in the MLS, but they haven't won it all, right? And so the moderator asks him, "Hey, how do you guys get to the transition from like doing something so different?" And the guy says, "Well, first thing you got to do is you got to get rid of all the soccer people, all the old world thinking people." I said, "What? You get rid of them all?" He said, "Yeah, get rid of them all. Because if you have one person who's dissenting, it ruins the room. The room has to be lockstep." And I'm like, that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. You want dissension. You want some, even if your idea is right and needs to be, and it's a drastic change, you need the voice of dissension in the room in order to protect you, in order to challenge your beliefs, in order for you to know what I'm doing is unequivocally the right thing as opposed to a hunch. Nico eliminated all dissension in that thing, including Mark Cuban, who was pushed out. And that's why I don't blame him, because they purposefully excluded him from the conversation because they knew if he's in it, he's going to dissent, and his dissension is probably going to have some good points in there.
Last night in the NBA, the big story, the Lakers. I walked into my family room last night. I got home from the airport, and my older son was
Where was your
watching.
luggage?
I don't know where it is right now.
Okay.
It's that's why I had free time right when I walked in the house. Didn't have luggage, didn't have to do any laundry. Right, that's the bonus, right? And so I walk into the family room. My son is my older one, who we left behind. He's watching the Lakers and Thunder on Peacock, and the score is 54-22. Like, what the hell is that score?
And then it got worse.
But it really got worse because Luka Doncic suffered a hamstring injury in the third quarter. I think they were down 90-58 when he suffered the injury, and apparently he actually tweaked it in the first half, and then you got halftime where you kind of get a little bit cold, and then you come out in the second half and he tweaked the hamstring, and now he's going to get an MRI. Not good, Bob. I mean, they got like 5 games left in the regular season, and this could be a several-week thing.
Yeah, March was fun, wasn't it, for the Lakers? It was like, man, we're one of the hottest teams. Well, Spurs are probably the hottest team, but we're the second hottest team in the league. Luka's playing out of his mind. He's got more points than Anthony Davis did in his entire tenure with the Mavericks. And then the one thing that can't happen is that engine gets hurt, which is kind of something that happens to him towards the end of the season.
Not just that, but also this guy should be MVP of the league. I don't know what you guys are watching. This guy's the best player in the league. And now, because of the 65-game dumbass rule, not only is he perhaps not going to be MVP based on this injury, and of course, if you're the Lakers,
it's also he won't be on an All-NBA team.
Exactly.
That's the more pressing.
Exactly.
He wasn't going to win MVP. But.
Well, I mean, he had a chance, but he definitely don't have a chance on being on either that or All-NBA.
Like he would have been All-NBA first team.
Yes, strong chance. But the Lakers, obviously, they are incentivized. Look, we're trying to make a playoff run here. Mm-hmm. You've got to rest the maximum amount of time. So in a regular world, 5 years ago, before this 65-game rule, shut him down. He's shut down for the rest of the regular season.
Well, why would he play in the second half if he got hurt in the first half?
Because
he kept trying to warm it up. Like you would watch him like try to get on like a leg and kind of do one of these.
So why is he playing?
So the 65-game rule isn't just to appear in 65 games. There's a minimum amount of minutes you have to
20?
play. Yeah, something like that. So like he's probably thinking, oh no, I can't punt on this. I got to thug it out. But again, 5 years ago, he sits out at halftime. They shut him down. They shut him down till April 12th. That's 10 days from now. And then they've got a whole week because they got to wait, see what happens in the play-in or whatever. So they're immune from that. So he would have had legit 17 to 20 days of rest. Instead, he tries to come back the same night and makes it worse.
So let me throw in here. He played 26 minutes. So he was 6 minutes over this threshold in a game they were down by 32 in the second half. Why is he out there?
Should have pulled him.
Like that's a tough look. I don't know if it's tough for Redick or Luka. I have to play. I don't know, but they were down 90-58.
It also goes back to like the Lakers when they lose big, right? That's what we kind of talked about all season. Where
it's a good team.
This team is like very interesting. If they're down, it's very easy for the lead to get exponentially larger. And going into the playoffs now, it's like, all right, if they get the 3 seed, and you're looking at Houston maybe at the 5, Denver maybe at the 4, 5, 6, whoever is there, Minnesota, like this is a very big issue.
Yeah, they'll drop a couple games.
They're going to be going against a very good team in the Western Conference. Like without Luka or Luka at 50%, 60%, like they're getting blown out.
Well, it is interesting, right? Because you go back just a couple months ago, it's like, oh man, this Western Conference will be a bloodbath. There's 5, 6 teams. These are really good teams. I don't know. Kind of feels like you got the Thunder and Spurs, and that's it, right?
The Nuggets are a very good team. The Nuggets are a very, very good team.
I think Houston.
Houston can be feisty.
Yeah, like they defend, and then they got a guy that nobody can guard, and like we can hammer them and.
But I'm talking about winning the West. Like it's the Thunder.
Yeah, but a 7-game series against the teams like Denver and Houston, like Amin said, like I wouldn't say like it's a foregone conclusion. I know we're talking about OKC, which feels like we're at the start of something, but you got the 2 teams with 2 extraterrestrial talents at center that are well equipped to give OKC some problems.
And also let's not forget a team that last 2 years everyone's like, I don't see it in them, and they get to the conference finals, the Minnesota Timberwolves. They're another one that's.
I think they're the most mysterious. I think they're the most mysterious team in the league. I have no idea what to think about.
See a lot of mystery there.
Yeah, I do.
Like what's happening?
Yeah. Yes. I don't know what's happening with them.
I don't know what to expect. And I tend to overlook them, too, in the West. I mean, we literally just did. But they got a guy that has had postseason success. Jamal Murray playing the way that he is lately, does that – I mean, obviously he's got to sweeten the pot. They got guys that can give OKC some problems if that ends up being the matchup.
No, I mean, look,
outside of, like, the obvious.
Yeah, like you got to start with Jokic. Yeah, they got a guy who can give them problems, right? And they have – look, the Jokic formula is to have enough big guys to throw at them, right? That's what Minnesota did. That's what I guess what the Spurs can do, right?
Houston's big, right?
Houston's big.
And certainly, like OKC can do that, right? You have Hartenstein, you have Chet Holmgren, you got Jalen Williams, right? So
you have Caruso, who did a great job covering him last year. That was kind of like the secret key.
Yeah, but then like also remember that series went 7. right? And it took Aaron Gordon having a ruptured hamstring pretty much, just hobbling out there, hopping on one leg to basically give them that Game 7. So, look, Oklahoma City is a great team. And if you said, hey, I put my money on them to win it all, I wouldn't be shocked or surprised. But they're not infallible. They certainly have problems. They certainly run into things. And I think, again, when you talk about in the playoffs, where it's like, I have a week to sit around and just think of you. Everyone here is just thinking about you. It's a little different than when it is in the regular season.
I know in the NBA, there are like these small windows, essentially, to win, and things can change on a year-to-year basis.
Is that what they call them, windows?
Especially with the way the CBA, allows you to build your team these days. Like, things can really change, and that's why the windows are even smaller, But I look at Oklahoma City and San Antonio. How can anyone not believe that these two teams are going to be the teams fighting for championships for, like, the next decade?
You know what's funny?
Like, am I making it too simple by saying that?
It's you just said because of the CBA. It's almost
right. Like,
impossible.
I understand that, but I still, it feels like these are the two, and like, what's going to change?
It felt, man, Golden State felt like it was never going to. Miami felt like it was never going to.
Dude,
end.
Golden State became really. They won the title in 15, and they won their last title in 22. That's 8 years, man. That's a long time.
But like I'm saying, like in 2019, right, or 2018, I should say, it was like, oh, they're going to do this every year forever, and then Durant gets hurt, and then Durant leaves, and then they go into this really dark era.
Clay's hurt too.
Clay gets hurt, yep. And then 2022, they come back and they win one, and we've kind of put them on the earth. They're always going to be on the list, but they've been in the play-in pretty much every year since that championship. So it's like these things feel like they're going to be permanent. Miami felt like it was never going to end.
Yeah,
and
even rising teams like Memphis, I'm like, well, they're going to be in the conversation for a while.
Memphis versus Minnesota. Remember that playoff series? Like, these guys are going to be running the West.
Memphis eliminated Golden State.
I understand, but what like that's, those Memphis teams, that's not what we're seeing with OKC and San Antonio.
I understand, but like we do work ourselves into like, these guys are next and they're going to be around for a long time.
The Light the Beam Kings. Everybody thought this was the team. They're going to get to the next level.
That's not what these two
that
teams
was, I agree, but like still, it was that next team in the West.
So for San Antonio, this is actually a very interesting thing because the way their checking account and their saving account is set up is they never, or at least for the next like 5 years, they never have to pay everyone all at the same time because there's a stagger because Wemby was drafted first and then Castle and then Harper. And so everything is kind of staggered. And if you look at their books, it's like, ooh, they're always going to have some guy who's on the books for his rookie scale, which helps them alleviate. Versus Oklahoma City, they've got a money crunch coming in the very near future. That Chad and Chet and why did I say Chad? Chet and Jalen Williams both came in the same or on the same year, so their salaries are equal. And then obviously SGA, he's getting paid the most. And so at some point, they're going to have to make a hard decision on Hartenstein. And if they can't, they've got to find a replacement there. They're going to have to make a hard decision on a lot of their role players. Lou Dort, Cason Wallace, like all of these guys are going to want to get paid.
That's what the picks are for.
Sure, like and then you go and get someone else.
That's why their model is just
That's
so
why
incredible.
Jared McCain was a great pickup for them. They burn a first-round pick for a guy who's like, is he great? Doesn't matter. He's good enough to play for us, and he's going to be cheap. But, like, make no mistake, they are now walking the tightrope. Last year, it was like, everything's awesome. Now, they're doing this right here with the umbrella or whatever the hell, like, on the tightrope, trying to balance this whole thing. The parasol, there you go.
That's what Mary Poppins had, right?
An umbrella or a parasol?
No, she had an umbrella. She lived in England, dude. It was raining all the time over there.
Do they call umbrellas parasols in England? Like, do they call it umbrella?
No, because they call it umbrella because they never have a sunny day.
I thought when you're on the wire, though, you have like that long stick.
Yeah, does that really help you balance?
Pole, yeah.
I thought that's what you guys were talking
about. No, but I know what he's
talking
about. He's talking about like a little parasol.
Sometimes they do it with an umbrella.
I think you're just thinking of Mary Poppins.
Do you think that they just have that really long stick for aesthetics?
I don't know. I feel like if I'm trying to balance, I don't want to hold something.
Hold on, let me ask
when I'm trying to balance, I absolutely want to hold something.
No, you want to hold on to something.
I want to hold a rod.
Not hold something. You want to hold on to something.
Hey, yo.
A rod. That's right.
I think
it's obvious it helps. There we go. I'm looking at it. Functional,
it's like a
functional
tiny
purpose of the
parasol.
umbrella, center of gravity, much like a traditional long balancing pole. An umbrella helps the walker shift their weight.
You can get
and
AI
stay
to tell you
centered over
anything,
there.
man.
I don't think it's true.
Aerodynamic drag. In outdoor performances, the canopy of the umbrella can provide a slight amount of air resistance, which may help stabilize the performer against minor gusts of wind. And a visual aid. It allows the performer to extend their lever arm, making it easier to correct small imbalances before they lead to a fall.
I still got questions.
I got pictures.
Anyway.
With OKC walking the tightrope anyway.
With the umbrella.
It's with the umbrella. Yeah. It's worth it, right? Because when you win, if you win this year, you go back to back. SGA wins the MVP again. It's like
it's always worth it.
It's worth it. All right.
It's always so the Warriors lost money every year they won a championship. But you like now the value of the franchise is incredible, and they still sell a bunch of shit. Everything is premium price for them, whether it's their tickets, their corporate sponsorships, everything, because of the success. You are affiliated with that success. The Bulls, for the longest time, were raking in money hand over fist just off of the 6 titles, even as they were one of the worst teams of the 2000s.
I don't know if you guys saw over the last couple of days, but I've been getting peppered on Twitter with people sending me the link to this New York Post story, where apparently the New York Post was just now alerted. See this headline: American Airlines passengers shocked to learn their flights were actually bus routes. There's, quote, no plane. And it's a picture of an American Airlines, not plane, bus. And this was the New York Post a few days ago, who just now apparently discovered this story. I told everyone this like 6 months ago.
This is college football season.
That's right.
Was that another trip you cut short? No.
No. I was working, dog.
No, the work trips he doesn't cut short.
Yeah.
It's the ones with family he cuts short because he doesn't want to be with his family.
Yeah,
He wants to work.
you know what? Can't cut work short because you know what wives love. It's also why I'm here. I came
You're
back
telling
from
them to relax.
vacation, and wives love. Everybody knows. That's why I'm here. All right.
Your wife is still in Colorado.
But I was connecting from Chicago to South Bend, and they bussed me from Chicago to South Bend. What should be a very short flight ended up being a 2.5, 3 hour bus ride. That's right, bus ride, even though I purchased a plane ticket. And just now, the New York Post has this whole long story with people freaking out because American Airlines is now in the bus business. How are they just... I did this 6 months ago.
Yeah.
How are they just doing this now?
They're late. You know, the thing, Zaz, is you should have been the person they quoted in the article.
Right?
Right?
I really believe that no one had this story before me. I really do believe I'm the first person.
I'd never heard it until you told me.
People didn't believe me. And now it's everywhere.
You sound like a guy like Independence Day. You know, the end of the world is coming.
He was right.
And then the aliens go like, I told you guys.
Speaking of end of the world.
Did you see the last episode of Paradise?
Yes.
What'd you think of it?
No spoilers.
I haven't seen
it. Was
it
good.
You haven't seen it yet? I mean,
I haven't seen
that's
it
what
yet.
you've been here.
I'm midway through
I got
season
things
2.
I gotta do.
I got
man.
I can't lie. It's been tough.
Season 2 is not as good as season 1.
I've been trying to stay with it.
Well, it's a different show now. Season 2. Like it's not. The show's not even close to what you thought the show was.
It's not even about what you thought the show was. It's just the execution is not good.
No, you
It's
don't
very
think
clunkily written.
And there's some bad acting.
And a lot of bad acting. And guess what? That Jane episode, woof. I was like, get this out of me.
Well, have you gotten to the next episode after the Jane episode?
Episode 7 I've seen. I saw episode 7.
Makes the Jane episode kind of
the
relevant.
The best episode was the first episode where we see my man Sterling Brown out in the wild trying to find his wife. Like that one, I was like, okay, we're back. I'm back. And then we get the flashbacks of how his wife survived and all that.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm back. Okay, rough start, but they're back now. And then they went back to being bullshit. And so I'm trusting you, Tony. You tell me.
I like it still.
The last episode was good.
The last episode
it was good.
It puts things together.
Your
in
voice
a way
got a little
that,
high
I
there.
don't like that.
Yeah, his voice was a little high.
I don't like that.
Since I saw it, I can talk about it, and I won't spoil it for you. There's plot holes that get filled.
Okay.
And then
along the way.
then there's more questions.
And then there's more questions. Then something happens where you're like, oh wow, interesting.
Okay.
So the episode was in you, and you said, "Get this out."
Get
of
it
me.
out of me.
That
yeah.
episode was weird though because there was a lot of unanswered questions there, and I don't know if I can speak freely. Can I speak freely? Spoiler alert:
yeah.
if you haven't seen the Jane episode of Paradise, please skip another 35 to 40 seconds. The whole thing of like the guy at Circuit City getting told, "Hey, by the way,
The thing,
do this," and then everybody's like, Okay, and we just accepted it.
Gloss past.
We don't know who sent it.
We do know who sent it.
No, not now. You do probably, but at the time,
exactly
at the time, because I don't know. I don't know who sent it, but I do know this. I do know, and this is the part where I don't know, but I have a feeling because I'm on the internet. Time travel is coming into this, and this is where I'm like, you know what?
See that? Okay, now you haven't
love
seen the
time
last
travel.
episode. That's why it's not time travel exactly.
Everybody knows my two favorite movies, TV shows. What are they? I'll tell you. Time travel, prison. Those are my shows and movies. I'll watch anything with time travel. I'll watch any prison movie. I love time travel in prison. And if there's time travel in prison, holy shit. That movie hasn't been made yet. But, boy, sign me up.
Hold on. Time travel prison. A prison where you go and you get sent back in time.
Wow.
Right?
Like all of a sudden, all right, you're going to jail now, but you're going to ancient Rome.
Yes.
Good luck in the gladiator space.
Who wants to make that movie?
And it sends you back to earlier in your life, and you have to figure out which choices you made that led you down the path to ultimately being in prison. But if you can come upon those moments and make the path different, then you don't end up in jail. You're released later on.
That's
and
a
you
different
come
movie.
back.
We could do a different movie.
Not an
on that.
action movie. This is just like a redemption story.
Yeah.
Like I want somebody in medieval times.
I like doing something
Your
that's
penalty
good.
is 4 years, but 4 years in a medieval prison.
All right. No, all right. I'm in.
Do they spin a wheel, or how do they figure out where you're going to go?
They do an entire
depends on the crime.
biometric scan, and they see in your heart and in your mind and your spirit what you're afraid of most, and they send you there.
Damn.
Yeah. You get 25 days in Alcatraz.
I'll do that one.
Oh, will you? Oh, will you?
really?
Oh, will you?
Oh,
Have you ever been to Alcatraz?
25 days
Have you
in
been to
prison.
Alcatraz
Piece of
before?
cake,
You'll be
man.
holding someone's pocket, no doubt.
Not in Alcatraz.
You get
you
48
would.
hours
No.
in Sheriff Joe's tent.
Tent City. Oh,
Tent
man.
City.
Let me
How
tell you
about now?
something.
So you can do Alcatraz for 25 days. You can't do Tent City.
Tent City, man, it's hot, man. That's
the idea.
It's so goddamn hot.
All this time travel talk makes me think of a hypothetical I once heard. All right, so I'm making you, in this hypothetical, the richest person on Earth.
Got it.
How
I
far
like it
back?
already.
How far
Do me
back?
next. Do me next.
How far back in time would we have to go for you to say I'm good? I'll stay here. Like, would you go back to
What's
the
the furthest
1500s?
back?
To be the richest
Like,
man
I'm
in the
not
world?
going back to 1682.
Yeah,
like, I'd
no.
rather just be here with
Yeah.
what I have. What's the year that you would say no to the question? I don't want to
richest
be like,
man-
I don't want to be the richest. I'll just stay here.
I would say, look, all right. So I gotta ask some questions. Like, am I draft
Good
eligible?
question.
Right? Because I don't want the richest man in the world. You just got sent to Vietnam.
No,
Like,
you're your
shit.
age. You're your age.
No. I'm talking about
You have to live in those times. So
So
if
with-
the richest person was draft eligible in that day, then yes, you're draft eligible.
I think you're okay being the richest man on the earth. You can pay a couple of people to take your stead.
Yeah, but I'm black too, though.
Yeah, but you're the richest guy, though.
So post 1860.
You're the richest
whole
guy.
Jim Crow situation.
Yeah, but again, when
Civil
you're
Rights
rich, it
Act.
doesn't matter.
Well, I can live
guys.
anywhere. I can live anywhere.
You're the richest because you're rich. Yes.
If I'm the richest man alive and I can live anywhere, then I'll go back as far as electricity.
Good point.
Gotta have electricity.
Electricity.
But
and
not like
money.
early electricity because we still
No.
don't know. It's
Yeah.
a little,
Did they
it's a little
invent
sketchy.
air conditioning?
But do I have the
Post-Civil War.
knowledge of what I've given back? Like, because
No.
what if I'm like the richest guy and I'm like, damn, I kind of want to. I can't play Xbox.
No, you won't know that you miss it. But we know right now. that
No,
you
I
wouldn't
think
have it.
I think you have to know. I think you have to know that you're gonna miss.
That's part of like giving
Yeah.
it all is like going back, having the knowledge of what you know now.
You
It's like,
can't
man, I remember the iPhone. It's like, I
can't
don't
give you
have
the
it now.
ignorance is
So,
bliss.
Chris,
thing.
how far would you go back then?
When I've talked about this with my buddies, like I feel like the 50s and 60s. Like I don't know if I'm going much further past that. And I know I'm white,
Wait,
so this
does the
might be
money-
a different game for me.
Does the money increase as I go further back?
Inflation, but deflation.
Because in that case, I would just say no. Just send me back to like 2005, and I'm good. Right? Like, if there's no advantage to going further back, I'll go back to 2005.
But the game is how far back would you go? Yes, obviously we'd rather have 05, but
After the banks got bailed out.
right before. I'll buy all the toxic.
We have a
stuff.
working knowledge of what is to come, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Or do
like
you
we got
stay-
the sports almanac. Almanac.
No, it's in
Almanac.
my head.
Interesting way to
But do you
pronounce
stay
it.
in that time in perpetuity? Or do you live the rest of your
You live
life like you would?
Yeah,
So like you
it
go
moves
back to
on.
2005, but you're the richest guy, but then you start 2006, 2007,
Yeah,
2008? Or do
absolutely.
you always stay in 2005?
No.
So I have the
Although-
opportunity to invest in
Wait.
MySpace early on and then like get out.
Wait, hold on, Tony. I was like, yeah, of course you will. Like, wait a second.
But
Are
now you
telling me
stay.
I can be the
Inside
richest
trading.
man ever, and it's 2005
Forever. That's what I'm saying.
Wow.
Because it's not like you live in 1682 and you're like, all right, I live 80 years and I'm 1730 whatever, and like, all right, I'm dead. It's like, no, you live in that state in perpetuity. Now you live in I would go back to like 1985, stay in 1985 the entire time. The internet hadn't existed yet. You still have the landline phone.
Canes are good.
The canes are good. You can watch that all the time.
You want to be right in the mid 2000s when internet is available, but it hasn't ruined our lives.
09.
You guys are playing a different game of like, when would be the best time to be the richest person?
I want 2009.
2009?
Yeah. It's 2009 forever.
Forever?
Yeah.
But then you never
I
get
have an
the victory
iPhone,
heat.
and I got good indie rock.
03 was a great music
And
year.
politics still haven't gotten
Ooh,
like
and the
super
Marlins won
weird.
the World Series.
Oh, yeah, you know what?
And if I see something on the internet, I could largely believe it.
2010. Then I'm taking 2010.
Good
Because
year.
I'm doing 2010. I'm working for the Suns. We went to the conference finals.
Yeah, but you're the richest guy in the world. Now
Yeah,
you don't.
We are
playing a different game.
2010 is better than 09 because I got LeBron. I'm with you.
Oh,
2010.
and a whole season of Glee's already.
Yeah, and Kanye is not that weird.
Oh, yeah, no, 2009, 2010, Kanye, that's great.
But think about with all that money, you might be able to invent time travel.
No, I just did it. I don't want anyone else to be able to do it.
So you destroyed it then?
Pretty much, yeah.
That's selfish, man.
Of course I'm selfish.
That is so
Why am I going to let people just time travel? You never seen Time Cop?
I love Time Cop.
You don't know about Time
Great movie. Ron Silver?
Ron
Great
Silver
movie.
As the evil senator.
Like president wannabe guy.
Well, you know, look, I'm telling you something. Watch Time Cop now. You guys are like, there's a lot of similarities, man.
You know about Mia Sarah? Come on.
Yeah. Oh, wait. She was from Ferris Bueller's Day
Hell
Off.
yeah. Hell yeah.
Now, how about my guy Matuzak? That's his. But what's Matuzak's name?
Scott Matuzak.
No, the actor who plays
I don't
Matuzak.
know.
He's Van Damme's buddy who forgets him when he comes back in time.
Yes.
And so he's got to remind him like,
Dennis
yo.
Rodman.
No, it's a different movie.
Me and Amin were watching.
the parachute that was also a basketball.
Me and Amin were watching the Dennis Rodman 30 for 30 yesterday on the TV.
In the middle of Dan's
and we forgot that
serious
he went
topic.
to. It was like a Tiger Woods serious topic, and we're looking over the screen, and it's Kim Jong Un and Dennis Rodman playing basketball. We're like,
And then he
this is-
cried.
Yo, Kim Jong Un is playing. Dennis Rodman is playing basketball at 5-on-5 on the court. Kim Jong Un is sitting courtside watching it in legit a throne.
In a throne,
like
and then
like a
incredible.
fucking medieval throne.
Rodman is wearing sunglasses in the game.
It's incredible.
Bruce McGill is the actor you think.
Bruce McGill, my man Matuzak, man.
Time Cop's a good
Time
movie.
Cop's a great movie.
Time travel movies are the best. Time
Not
travel
all.
and
Should I watch
prison.
Time Cop?
Yes.
Yeah, watch
Yeah,
it.
you should watch Time Cop.
All right.
I'll bet Time Cop
Now,
still holds up.
I thought Time Cop could have been so much better if they focused more
If he was in a prison.
on the crimes. Well, the whole thing is like, it's time travel exists, but like people are using it to fund criminal activity. So the time cops go back in time to thwart them. So like the opening scene of Time Cop is it's 1862 in the South, right? In the middle of the Civil War. And a guy is on a horse and buggy. And a guy comes out of the bushes and says,
Got
"All
some
right,
crazy gun or
give,
something,
give
right?
me, give me all the gold." And the guy, "Get out of the way." And then he pulls out a machine gun.
Yeah.
And they're like, "What the hell is that?" And he mows them down. And it's like, oh, wow. And then we learn, like, the time police they
Yup.
go around all throughout history. They're stopping terrorists.
That movie rules.
Yeah.
Zaz, Demolition Man, prison time travel movie.
Is it time travel?
Because it's traveling time forward.
stasis.
No,
Time
that's not
forward.
time travel movie.
Yeah.
No.
But
that's,
it's a prison movie.
It is a prison.
yeah, but it's not time travel.
It starts in L.A. in 1998
Mm-hmm.
and it ends up in San Angeles.
Well, the stasis part, right? So the
But they didn't get there
frozen
from
in time.
time
Yeah,
travel.
yeah.
Yeah,
they
but I
just
mean,
waited.
it's got all the time travel, like quintessential things, like I'm from the 90s and I have a laser gun.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a time travel.
Best time travel movie? Looper.
No, come on.
What
Shut
you-
up.
what are you
That is
on
a good
about?
movie.
You're a nuts
That's
man.
a good movie.
Why'd you say it that
It's
way?
Back to the Future. You
Back
know
to
it.
the Future.
Oh, setting Back to the Future. That's the
You can't
gold
set- you
standard.
can't
That's
set
the
that away.
gold standard. All right,
like,
you
hey,
set that aside.
It's like
So
the-
also a good closer.
the best basketball player ever,
Right, put Michael Jordan aside.
Paul George. Well, I mean, put Michael Jordan aside.
That's
Like,
right. Looper.
About time.
Looper.
What's about time?
Oh man, real tearjerker. Beautiful. Donald Gleason, Rachel McAdams.
I don't like your
You gotta
taste of
see it.
movies. I just noticed. I don't like
I
it.
mean, we're stuck in 2010.
Okay.
And we're at a sports bar and we're looking at each other and like, can you believe this, Roy Hibbert?
It's like, I'd take him over Tim Duncan.
Yeah, he's a LeBron stopper.
I'd take him over Tim Duncan, man.
I'm telling you,
It's a banger.
I saw a couple days ago. I finally. I mean, look, it's only been out for a couple weeks. But what are you laughing at?
I'm laughing at because I remember Dan like berating with the Stephen A. So you're telling me you had the choice and you wouldn't take Roy Hibbert over Tim Duncan? Like, he was so indignant
Can
about
we find that?
And then he would be like, "We'll discuss with Jason Whitlock in 10 minutes."
Hibbert was a
What do you
major
mean, no?
problem.
That was a part of our history.
Guys, maybe 2010 wasn't the right year.
He was a Pacers guy.
I saw Project Hail Mary a couple nights ago.
That's a film.
That's a good movie.
Cinema.
What a movie.
Oh.
Amin, have you seen it yet?
I have not seen it. I'm gonna be honest. Some of the reviews I got back, not for me, Clive.
Not that you got reviews that weren't good. You just didn't like what the movie was about.
Yeah, it's like it's saccharine. It's like sappy. I'm like, oh, so
Yeah, it is a little
we need this positivity in our lives. Like, don't give me positivity with my movies. I want like things that make me go, oh my god. You know what I saw the other day? Roofman. You guys seen that Roofman? You know about that Roofman?
You made that
Channing
up just
Tatum?
now.
Channing Tatum, Roofman. This
Like in the
dude,
Toys R Us, right?
yeah. So this dude was like a serial burglar. He would like drill a hole into the top of McDonald's and come in and then rob the McDonald's and then leave, right? And they couldn't catch him. He finally gets caught. He goes to prison. The guy breaks out of prison. And by the way, his whole ethos in robbing these places and also breaking out of prison, just be a good dude. Just be a nice guy, and people will mess with you. They're like, oh, man, he's cool, whatever. So he escapes and lives in a Toys R Us for like a month without being detected because it's behind like the bicycle wall or whatever. So basically, the guy ends up spying on the Toys R Us people, falls in love with one of the employees, comes out from behind the thing, pretends like he works for the government or whatever, starts dating her. And then he messes up because one day when he's like showering in the Toys R Us, the manager comes home and sees he's there or whatever. And so now there's a manhunt for him because like, oh, that's a guy. And so it's a great movie and it's based on a true story.
I'm looking at it on IMDb. It looks like a good movie. I can't
It's a
believe
good
I
movie.
never heard of this.
It is a very delightful movie. Sorry.
You don't want delightful though. You don't want a movie to make you feel good.
Delightful meaning like, hey, I watched this. It doesn't get too deep. I don't get to have to whatever. It's entertaining, right? Delightful in that way, not delightful.
So you don't think you're going to understand Project Hail Mary?
No,
He's good. He's good. Why are you pushing Project Hail Mary?
It's not just feel good. I think what you're taking is like, oh, it's the Ted Lasso. It's this, it's that. That's just a nice little side effect of what you feel afterward while watching a very entertaining movie with a great acting performance.
So much PTSD from the pandemic when everyone's like, Ted Lasso is the most amazing show ever. And so I watched Ted Lasso, the original digital shorts that NBC put out. And I'm like, this guy's a buffoon. Oh, this is about to be awesome. And then I watched Ted Lasso, and it's like, is it just feel-good stuff?
He just likes quips.
But like, it's like he's lovable. And I'm like, no, I want the Ted Lasso as an idiot.
No, cool story in Project Hail Mary.
I loved
very
it.
entertaining.
I loved it.
Lots of interesting sort of twists within it as a movie. And also, nice feel-good feeling at the end of it because of the relationships.
Real quick, do you guys want to hear Dan dismissing Stephen A. for saying he would take Tim Duncan over Roy Hibbert?
You got a 7-game series against the Heat that you've got to win tomorrow. I'm giving you the entire league to pick players from. Who's your first pick? You have to beat the Heat in a 7-game series. Your first pick is?
I would say Tim Duncan. You need a big because obviously Miami.
No.
Yes. I want Tim Duncan, especially after he missed. Especially after he missed the shot he missed last year because he's hungrier than ever.
I can't believe you took Duncan over Hibbert. Like, what are you talking about?
Stay strong, Steven.
I would take Tim Duncan.
Yeah, me too.
Over Hibbert?
Yep.
That next season, Duncan won his 5th title.